Hey, are you seriously podcasting alone?
Nah, I'm with my
We start with the juice.
Oh my god.
Juicy,
baby.
girthy intro.
I was at louder volume than I'm supposed to be, so that was ear rape.
Let's not promote these people that
That
don't
was
pay
really
us.
the wrong episode to say.
Hello everybody. My name is John, sitting here with one Nicola
Hold on.
and another John.
That's a beat.
Oh, we are the boys. Welcome to the Boys vs. Everything. The show where we tell you about crazy shit you should know about.
Part
Really?
1, part 2, different setting.
Today
What do
we
we
are
do?
Cosby, same Cosby.
Same Cosby. Bill Cosby's back on the show. He's a guest. You'll only see Bill Cosby on the video portion, which is now on YouTube. I figured it out. They don't look great, but maybe Patreon will be set up soon.
We're starting
Maybe
now.
you could fund some lighting into the show. We'll see.
Sunlights are only lighting.
You bet your ass. You bet your ass we're working on it.
Shoo.
So today we're continuing our second part on the man, Chris Hansen, and the predator hunting world. That's what.
The bus driver hunting, school teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
kidnapping.
Something like that. I'm going to play a little clip to remind you guys what it is.
Been in television for 24 years,
I just came to get something to eat.
and I have very seldom been at a loss for words.
Sir, I just came to
But
get something
I
to
don't
eat.
even know what to ask you first.
I just came to get something to eat.
John, we've been through this before. What are you doing? I've got the chat log again. You're chatting up another 13-year-old kid, and you're going to meet him here at McDonald's.
All right, the clip is over.
That was a
Wow, that was a great clip, John.
That was a great
I
clip.
love it.
These
Man,
guys-
you really selected the right one to
guys
give
really-
the audience what they needed.
These guys, I just waved my hand and then waved it again. The magic of editing is going to work, but these guys, I look
Alright.
stupid in the moment. But yeah, so today I'm going to ask you guys, just to keep it intriguing and have something fun for you guys to look forward to. What do you think Chris Hansen has to do with Pablo Escobar?
Well, I didn't know there was a connection at all, to be honest.
There's a connection.
At one point, he took a lot of cocaine.
Well,
he took 50% of the cocaine sent to North America.
you'll have to take a seat and find out.
Holy shit, the tactics they were using to catch predators, they used to catch the goddamn narcos?
Don't worry, we'll see.
That would
We'll
be,
see what happens.
That's actually a
That'd be
valid
pretty
one.
cool. That'd be pretty
That's
cool.
a valid one. That's a valid one.
That'd be a solid one, though. Last week, we talked about the rise and fall of Dateline NBC's hit show To Catch a Predator and the journey of its iconic host, the boogeyman of online predators everywhere, Mr. Chris Hansen. So I just wanted to add a couple of things. I did discover some extra things while I was researching part 2. So on the day of Bill Conrad's suicide, the predator they almost caught,
Yeah.
and then, they followed him to his house, and then
He ran away to heaven.
Maybe not. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So on the day of Bill Conrad's suicide, Perverted Justice alleged that Conrad had been deleting stuff from his MySpace page, which was what the police took as proof that he was destroying evidence alongside the cops seeing him in the window. This turned out to be a lie, though. Conrad had not updated his MySpace page in over a month. So this was just an extra bit of shadiness from Perverted Justice.
It's not even true.
That was also there. Where we last left off, Hansen had just been dropped by NBC after being caught in an affair with a reporter 22 years younger than him. Ironically enough, he was caught in a hidden camera sting operation
What a
Nice.
fucking player.
by another news network.
That's fucking awesome.
That's like some Arnold Schwarzenegger too.
What?
You banging your
yeah.
your maid and shit. Like, yo, that's
That's such a crazy situation too.
right.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger with Consuela, basically.
No,
But you know what? I think she had jokes.
don't do
I
it.
think
She
It
might
was
have
a
been
fun
really
time.
funny.
Yeah. I feel you. Arnold, you're the man.
I mean, he's got literally the most Arnold kid out of it.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
the most Arnold kid out of
that's
all
true.
the Arnold
Because
kids.
the gay one's the one with the hot chick, right?
Wait, what?
Isn't that like
He
a
has
gay,
a gay
son?
I don't think he has a gay son. He has a chubby son.
He has a really fat one. And then
He has a
really,
skinny
like,
actor son.
Stacked
Yeah.
one.
And then I think he has a daughter. I don't think any of them are gay.
Okay, well, look, fuck, whatever.
He just immediately
Whatever.
assumes
He
that
just
there's
looks
one of
gay.
them. It's just
He looks like a
Hollywood. One of
fanny.
them is gay eventually. I just have one thing that would be wild to think about. You're walking down the street, and then you just see like Chris Hansen walking down the street. Now you like, damn, he's coming for me. You know?
Are you a pedophile?
Like imagine there's you're a pedophile. You're a pedophile walking down the street.
How
You're
do you
just
even
like,
steal iPhones?
you walk by Chris Hansen. You're just like, fuck, I think he's here for me. What am I supposed to do? When you said like the boogeyman of like pedophiles, bro. Like,
I mean, it is literally. I think
you're a pedophile walking down the street. This homie's just out there with his family, just walking around. You're like, damn, he doesn't.
It was like that iPod, this thing they did for the iPod shit.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'd shit my pants if I saw Chris Hansen.
But not only that, but you're
I'd
getting in
start
a
thinking
trailer
like,
with
who
him?
am I chatting with right now?
Oh my god.
Anyways, so as YouTube headed into the 2010s and reaction content started taking a hold of the platform, many users found themselves experiencing To Catch a Predator through the videos of reactors. This not only brought a reason for people to nostalgically revisit the show, but it also introduced the show to a whole new generation of viewers. In 2015, after years of fans pleading for the show's return, Hansen started a Kickstarter for the new web series titled Hansen vs. Predator.
Is this where
Couldn't
Hansen
even
gets
get-
really sussy?
He couldn't even get like a real like network to like sponsor him.
No, he had to get a Kickstarter done.
God, that's
yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of like this part is going to be a lot more sad for Hansen.
It's like, please let me do TV stuff again.
Yeah, where the mighty have fallen, really, is what it's going to be. So they'd set a goalpost of $1 million for 2 investigations. Along the way, backers were promised benefits.
$1 million for 2?
No, sorry, my bad. It was $100,000, but they wanted $1 million for a whole show. But $100,000 would provide them at least one investigation, which they could cut up into like different episodes. Because what they planned to do, the way To Catch a Predator was like 40 minutes, and you saw like 5 predators in 40 minutes. They would catch 10 people in one investigation, and then release 10 20-minute episodes of each predator.
Okay.
So that was kind of the way they did it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, makes sense.
That's what they were aiming for. So $1 million would kind of fund multiple investigations.
yeah.
Then you could have like 2 in one day. 2 in one episode.
Yeah, kind of something like that. So along the way, backers were promised benefits in tiers based on the amount they were pledging. Starting in the low tiers for donations in the $50 to $100 range, you get merchandise, a coffee mug, a t-shirt, hats, etc. After that point, the givebacks involved more of an interaction with Hansen. He'd tweet at you or follow you on Twitter. For donating $1,200, you could have lunch with Chris Hansen in New York City.
Yuck.
Damn.
And talk about what? How he fucked his secretary? Like, get the fuck out of here. You're not Chris Brown.
You should have seen her.
You should have seen her.
She was begging for it. I'm sorry, Chris. I still love Chris. There's still room on my laptop for a Chris Hansen sticker.
You know, he's the victim of his own success. Poor guy.
That is true.
That is true. And where are you gonna go from that show? You know what I mean? Like you could see the iPhone one. That's how far he can go.
Yeah.
I want a Breaking Bad type show for Chris Hansen.
Where he just finds narcos and drug dealers.
No, where he like literally gets so power hungry. It's his fault.
He becomes a narco.
He
Eat
starts
frisbees of pizza on the roof too. So along with exceeding their financial goal on Kickstarter, they made about 100 and something thousand. The show was produced and sold to a broadcast network called Crime Watch Daily in exchange for Hansen hosting their other regular show, which subsequently became Crime Watch Daily with Chris Hansen.
So that's what he's doing. Is that what he's doing now, or he's just like fully off the rocker?
We'll get you because
Okay.
this is like 2015.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a long time ago.
this is a while ago now. It's almost 10 years ago.
holy shit! But guys, we're getting old, man. Holy fuck!
My knee hurts.
So rather than using perverted justice, which has been dismantled, Hansen versus Predator went with another vigilante group called Tetrad Corps.
Wait, so the pathetic dudes like stopped working in this?
Yeah, they just, I mean, he's
They-
got a wife apparently.
Oh, I was about to say, did he get a girlfriend?
He's
Is
got a
that-
wife.
is that the
Holy shit,
secretary?
Yeah. No. The guy who used to do all the decoy stuff. You know, the texting, the predators, and all. The guy who used to pretend to be a black girl.
Okay.
Von Erck.
Yeah. You know, now as soon as you said pretends to be a black girl, I'm like, now I know
Oh,
exactly.
that guy.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's the guy.
That little goofball,
Is his
Yeah,
wife
exactly.
black?
the one we spent 20 minutes hearing his life, and that was fucking
His
depressing.
pathetic life.
Yeah, he's like,
So Hansen versus Predator win with another vigilante group called Tetrad Corps. Way more intense
wait,
sounding.
is he dating a black girl?
I don't know, John.
Sorry.
Now we want to know more
I
about
didn't
him.
feel it important.
Now
Yeah.
we really want to know about
Who
him.
would date this guy? Is the real question.
Fat white chick.
So, and Tetrad Corps kind of sucks at their job. Like, they don't pull in the same amount of predators that TCAP used to bring on a daily basis.
What if there's just less predators?
I mean, I think that's a bigger possibility too. I mean, I think the methods have changed, which is something that I want to get into on this
What
episode
if
too.
Chris Hansen actually did his job right? You know,
People are scared.
People were
Yeah.
scared.
You could be Chris Hansen.
People are like, I'm starting to like kids. Chris Hansen. Never
It's
mind.
like most women meeting somebody on Tinder is like, well, you could be a serial killer. Like most pedophiles meeting a child could be like, well, you could be Chris Hansen. I don't want that to happen.
They're like, you're not scared I'm a fat chick? No, I'm scared you're Chris Hansen.
But so for the entire investigation, they're bringing in like 5 to 8 predators in an investigation where the old show would pull like 18 to 8 to 30 people in like one day.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, so the show is also ridiculously showy with Lori, Tetrad Corps' version of Del Harvey, wearing a bulletproof vest while she's talking on the phone with predators.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's really stupid.
That's like her 50 Cent era.
They're going to shoot a hot load on her.
Boy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. God damn.
God.
She's afraid of back shots. So what's even funnier is that they hire actors to play decoys once again, but one of them they get to play a 13-year-old boy takes the cake. So here's my first clip.
Velez doesn't know it, but there's no kid on the other end of the smartphone.
You
It's
gotta lower the
really
screen.
a woman named Lori. And he knows absolutely
That I'm 13, yeah.
that you're 13. Lori is one of the operatives working for Tetrad Corps. She's
Yo, actually, this one's hot.
Lori could get it.
Yeah.
Especially with the vest on.
That's why she got the bulletproof.
She briefs our on-site decoy, a 19-year-old drama student who is pretending he's 13. That's so the decoy will know how to act.
Drama student.
Hungry? Yeah. Where do you want to go? Doesn't matter to me. I'm not really hungry. I just ate. No. So you want to stay here?
That's a 13-year-old.
Not really.
Okay.
You don't want to stay here?
If you say so.
What do you want to do after? Want to hang out? No. Netflix? Chill?
This is gonna be a weird question, but you have your ID on you.
I don't have an ID on me. Sorry, I'm only 13. My mom keeps that in her purse.
Who lives here?
Who lives here? Oh, I live here. Me, my mommy, and my dad.
Oh, you don't say that.
Uh-oh. Velez looks straight at one of our hidden cameras. The decoy moves into distraction mode.
Did you want to come look at this? This right here. This is my dad made this.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Pretty cool. Want to come look at it?
Distraction. No, worst distraction I've ever seen.
Realizes that he's being moved into position for what will be the surprise of his life.
Hey, what's happening?
Nothing.
What was your plan today?
Nothing, actually.
He's
just
much
to hang
older,
out.
huh?
Just to hang out
Yeah.
with a 13-year-old boy who you sent a picture of your private parts.
No, I did it. I did?
Yes.
I didn't mean to do that.
Ooh, was right.
Yeah. I was
You've been
just
chatting with him on and off for weeks.
Yeah, I used to travel like random people on and off. I'd hang out with them. No, nothing's really sexual, to be honest.
Nothing sexual.
No.
What's this?
Let me see.
It's a picture of your dad.
Oh my god, I did not know I even sent that. Ugh. Yeah, I did not know that.
Ooh, was right.
Yeah, usually when I send a picture, like I have a bunch of pictures of me.
Right.
So I must have hit that, but I didn't even know why.
So
'cause-
this was just one big mistake.
Yeah, I pretty much, yeah.
So you had a picture of yourself out and about town,
Because usually I
driving a
meet
car.
Yeah, like usually
and
I
then the
meet-
penis pic. Oh, by mistake, I hit the penis pic.
Yeah, because I didn't even know because I would even say like something afterwards, but I didn't even know I really sent that, to be honest.
What is for?
Honestly, I know it's for hookups. I really do know that, but I'm not all for that. I don't just meet people randomly and just start having sex with random people. That's not what I do. I just like to have company with me. I'm like kind of a, how you say, I never really had friends when I was younger.
Right.
So I like to hang out with people, you know, you can get to know them a little bit.
That's kind of sad.
It's kind of sad.
But he's quick with the excuses.
And how old are you?
I'm actually 27.
Not true. At the time of our confrontation, Velez had just turned 28.
Oh, what the fuck?
Who gives a shit? He's insecure about his age. Let him go.
We caught his ass lying. His birthday was last week. Caught this motherfucker lacking.
I sometimes accidentally tell people I'm 21.
Yeah, I have. How old are you?
I'm 27, but it's just like I say it and I'm like, oh, that's fucking wrong.
Charles like,
know?
wait, how old are you?
Yeah, because I'm like, that's a big jump. I might still tell people I'm 25 by accident right now, but
I could still pull off 22.
Fuck off.
I could, just shave my beard a little
you're
bit.
like a fucking homeless Mac DeMarco.
Get off my TikTok.
Get the fuck out of here with your shit. All right. So, nevertheless, the show went off without a hitch. And okay, but we got to talk about that fucking 13-year-old.
Oh, the fucking 23-year-old?
Literally the worst. Like, was he not drilled for this situation at all?
Literally, bro. The guy
My
is
mommy
buff.
and daddy. First of all, at 13, you don't say mommy and daddy.
My mommy
No.
and my daddy. It's disgusting.
Not only that, but the dude is like buff. You know, like he's,
I know.
I mean, at
he's
most,
like
you can't pass for less than like 17, 18.
No.
Like, even with a baby face.
yeah.
No, exactly. Get a woman.
Yeah.
Get Dell. So, nevertheless, the show went off without a hitch, and YouTubers and fans alike got loads of Sorry.
Whoa.
They got loads,
They
bro.
got loads,
They got loads
dog.
of content out of it. So nevertheless, all this was like a brand new goldmine for reaction YouTubers to dig into and produce content. Except that this time around, Hansen got a little greedy with people who brought his name back into the limelight. So sometime after Hansen vs. Predator was produced, fans who donated to the Kickstarter started to ask, where are our rewards? Everything that was promised in the Kickstarter was assured to be delivered by December 2015. As of April of 2016, nobody had received anything aside from the promised voice messages and chats with Hansen.
No dinners?
I'm guessing the dinners happened because
Everything that Hansen had to do was there, but everything that
Hansen delivered,
everybody
yeah.
else had to do wasn't there.
yeah, and so like Hansen's team kept delaying the delivery date. But in 2019, Hansen was actually arrested for larceny.
Larceny.
Larceny, which is stealing.
Yeah.
Basically stealing in a different way. So this all started when Hansen approached a mom and pop printing shop. And according to TMZ, he had bought 355 mugs, 650 vinyl decals, and 288 t-shirts in 2017 for marketing events. He collected the merchandise and went on for nearly a year without paying the $13,000 bill.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
He didn't sell.
When the business owners started coming after him, he wrote them a check. That check bounced. When they came after him a second time, he wrote them another check, which also bounced.
Why write checks if they're going to bounce?
It's just because it gets them away. Yeah. It fends them off, like
Yeah, for like a
minute.
week or two.
gives you enough running time. On her third attempt at collecting payment, Hansen asked if he could pay them in installments. He had just sold his boat that day to pay off part of the debt. The business owners contacted the police and Hansen was arrested. Shortly after that news broke out, the Daily Mail reared its head towards the former To Catch a Predator host and decided to run a full probe of his finances. It was revealed that, quote, the host of Crime Watch Daily owes $57,931 to American Express, $126,356 to TD Bank, over $15K to Ali Financial, and over $1 million to the U.S. Bank Trust.
Did he marry the 21-year-old secretary?
No, but
We're talking about his
there
financials.
was a severe divorce.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that she took half of his debt?
In Connecticut, so like this was just according to complaints filed in Connecticut courts over the past 3 years at that point. So later TMZ reported that Hansen was also being evicted from his New York apartment for owing over $4,000 of rent. I mean, that's like a month in New York, but
I mean,
Why does he keep wanting to do To Catch a Predator when he's not making money off of it?
get into masonry, bro.
He'll still go broke.
thankfully Hansen unknowingly had a guardian angel watching over him, ready to swoop in and bail him out of legal troubles by paying off the $13,000 he owed to the merch company.
The Rock Johnson.
Why?
Logan
Why?
Paul.
Why? This guy was Bob Romanek, a DJ based in St. Louis who went viral for going on a racist rant over Waka Flocka wiping his ass with a Donald Trump shirt.
Huh?
Yeah. So
What? That's such a weird like.
Yeah, it really, it's so odd. But Waka Flocka wiped his ass with a Donald Trump shirt
Nice.
or whatever.
Of all people to do that, like Waka
Waka
Flocka
Flocka.
seems like
And
Yeah.
Donald Trump didn't
Yeah.
care, but Waka Flocka felt.
This DJ went on a tirade against him, like on his show, calling him the N-word, hard R, multiple times, and says he's a fan of Chris. And so this, in relation, he bailed out Chris Hansen. So he said he was a fan of Chris and that he would be ready to financially support another Predators thing.
what does Chris think about Waka Flocka wiping his ass with a Trump shirt? That's what I want to know.
No comment, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, even when asked, like, what do you think about this guy bailing you out? He's kind of like, no comment.
Damn.
So here's Hansen, neck deep in debt, yet he's scrambling to gather the merch he promised his Kickstarter backers back in 2015. This is in 2019, by the way.
Oh,
this
so
is
so
4 years.
no one's gotten any merch at this point.
Yeah. So nearly 4 years after failing to deliver on his promise, he suddenly starts trying to make it happen. Do you boys want to guess why he's doing this?
He's trying to get another show going.
You're right on.
You're right
You're
on.
fucking bang on, exactly. It's because Hansen was about to go on for one last swing at To Catch a Predator. He wasn't delivering on his promises because he wanted to do what's right. He was doing it because he was about to start asking fans to support him financially again.
Holy shit.
So it's 2019.
He's kind of like he's got like Fire Festival vibes.
He does. It's a little bit unfortunate because he also, he did To Catch a Con Man, for a while too.
Then he became a con man.
I feel like he might as well just become like Dog the Bounty Hunter. Like I think that would kill. That would kill even more.
It's funny because like people did just tell him like, well, why didn't you could have just started a Patreon? Probably would have had a lot of people donate to you, So it's 2019. Hansen is gearing up to make another comeback. He's doing live streams and posting announcements. But this time, a lot of YouTubers started to poke fun at the quality of Chris Hansen's YouTube channel and website. See, both of these were being run poorly by a guy named Vince Nicatra. Hansen wasn't paying Nicatra, but he did let Nicatra, he did allow Nicatra to promote his own websites at every turn of the production. And also, Nicatra claims to have been the guy to convince Hansen to come back for one last thing in the first place. Oh, we don't know. Like
They were drinking at a bar.
Yeah, they were like on a phone call, like, yo, the fans love you, because he's a fan. He's a fan of Chris Hansens too. And so he does this for exposure. He does this for Hansen for exposure, and he gets to expose, he gets to promote his websites because he's like a web designer. But even his websites are just like he bought them. From like just like these people would just like fucking grind them out like that.
Yeah, they bought domains.
He buys like really cheap ass domains, and they're like poorly done and unfinished and shit. And he's like, yeah, these are my websites. I designed them.
Okay.
Very
weird dude.
Weird fucking dude, and as well.
And he's producing this show.
Yo, what if he's a predator but like hiding in plain sight? You know what I mean?
Yo.
I'm gonna distract Chris. I'm gonna ruin Chris's reputation. He's never gonna catch anybody again.
I mean, his reputation ain't that great.
Not anymore. Around this time, right? Chris has Vince start a YouTube channel for him and basically places Vince in charge of managing his comeback. And Vince is almost bad at everything. And when you pair that with the 56-year-old Chris Hansen, who basically is a boomer with technology, you got a recipe for disaster because Chris Hansen can barely like use his phone.
Yeah.
Which is sad, again, for a journalist. Like, odd. They called this new show Have a Seat with Chris Hansen.
Oh, that's disgusting.
The fuck?
Yeah. They capitalize a lot on that meme, like, have a seat. That
The most like
Have a seat.
the most like unrelatable person. You just have to sit with him for an hour.
Seldom.
Well, it's
have a
like,
seat.
what else do you say except thank him for the good work?
Yeah.
You're like, that's it, I guess.
I mean, you can kind of grill him about not paying, not getting the fucking.
Well, it's
merch.
because the worst part is a lot of this and turns out to be live streams more than anything. It turns out to be just live streams where people ask questions, and oftentimes it's literally the same question every live stream. Like, what's the craziest one you've seen or whatever, And it's like, well, you got to answer the same question a million times. So,
Chris,
Chris
is what
Hansen,
everybody goes through. Like if you're a celebrity, like you go to like a movie premiere or whatever. Like you go to those interviews before, like after releasing the movie.
Yeah,
and they're gonna ask you the same question.
They basically have a script at that point.
Yeah.
Chris's first announcement of the new show's arrival was released on YouTube in a 144p video. So bad it has since been taken down.
144p.
Wait, what years? This is
like 2019.
This is like 1080p was normal.
Yeah, it's like it looks like dog shit. You can barely hear him. They're outside. It's camera audio, so you can you hear the traffic and everything in the background. Chris Hansen started like standing a few feet away. The video's been taken down, that's why I can't show it to you guys. Yeah. But like he's pixelated, but not despite the quality of the video file itself, it looks like he's not in focus. like it's dog shit.
Oh my god!
It was shot on like on a Motorola flip phone.
Literally, the comments on it were insane.
Nokia.
Yeah. So Hansen's YouTube would also host live streams where the cast would ask, where the chat would ask the main man questions about the show. The live streams felt more like awkward Zoom calls with shitty audio and other technical issues too. You know, like one of the videos that is on the YouTube for ages is like the test for the live streams.
Really?
Yeah, which is like so sad
Christ.
too. It's like, come on, take it down.
It's like Norm Macdonald's last special.
Oh no, big sad.
big sad.
And Crime Watch Daily's YouTube only posted edited versions of each Predator interview. So the full uncut interviews would have to be accessed on Chris Hansen's website, which was run by Vince.
No bueno.
The website was fundamentally broken. There was a sign-in option, but no sign-up option.
That's wild.
Yeah, the website looked like it was secretly trying to give you malware half the time. It looked like a really fake website.
Yeah.
And trying to give you, and another red flag was the fact that the $10 per month subscription required you to sign up for a minimum of 3 months.
And you can't sign up.
We can't sign up.
I know. Like you could find like you have to look for it yourself. There's no there's a sign in, but normally there's a sign up button right after.
Yeah.
You have to kind of look for the billing and everything.
Okay, yeah.
Once you find it, it's literally like
minimum 3 months.
Minimum of 3 months, which is like most credits to Baked Salmon for covering this. By the way, that was like a whole deep dive into that shit.
Okay.
But literally, while most subscription services will give you a free trial.
Yeah, this was like, nah, we can't afford
This was like,
that.
no, we need you to sign up for 3 months at least so we can hold your ass. Once subscribed to the website, fans discovered that there really wasn't much on there. There was one video, which was just a poorly recorded presentation Hansen gave at a police station, and one unaired episode of Hansen versus Predator, which was not aired because the 19-year-old...
Hansen versus Predator?
Yeah, that was the Crime Watch. The one we watched the clip of? That's Hansen versus Predator.
Okay, I didn't catch that. Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
he thought we were still talking about the catch Predator.
So so this episode that is available on the website was not aired because the 19-year-old Predator they caught showed disturbing symptoms of like mental disorder. It was kind of like he was kind of suicidal. It was more dark than anything. It wasn't like there's a bit of comedy to watching these things, these videos. Like,
so it's like he was grilling a handicapped person.
well, it was more like it was a genuine like, oh, I'm actually concerned for this guy's health kind of thing. So it was like, yeah, it's not a fun episode really. They didn't want to get drilled for that one, so they didn't post it. But I mean, Chris Hansen did it anyways on his website for pay. So forget about it. But
upstanding Hansen.
Upstanding. Needless to say, all of this was making fans doubt how good this comeback would be. Either way, they proceeded with their comeback tour. One of their first targets of their show was not an average predator caught via sting operation, but a well-known YouTuber named Onision. Yeah. So all of this has been covered extensively on YouTube, so I'll be brief. Onision is that guy who went viral on YouTube for putting on a banana costume and singing "I'm a banana" while the green screen behind him changed locations. Yeah.
Sky!
Too far.
What, Greg?
I'm a banana!
You're a what?
I'm a banana!
What happened to your clothes?
I'm a banana! I'm a banana! I'm a banana! I'm a banana! Look at me, man! Yeah!
I'm stopping it there.
That's okay.
That shit was good content back in the day.
This is all it took back then.
Literally.
This is all it took.
What year is this? 2019?
No, way earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
12 or some shit. 13.
Yeah, way early. I think it was like he was featured on Tosh.0 and that also like blew him up a bit.
This is back when like just being random was like
Yeah,
Fucking awesome.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the virality of the video built him a sizable YouTube empire in the following years. And as it goes for those that have a lust for fame and gain an unchecked amount of influence, Onision started grooming his fans who were mainly underaged. So the banana guy,
Banana guy.
is the fucking Diddy.
He was trying to deliver his banana to underage people.
God damn it. This behavior eventually escalated to him and his partner becoming the legal guardians of one of these fans with the goal of roping them into a weird sex trio.
Wait, so him and the girl that's in there.
I don't know if it's that girl specifically. I think it's another girl.
Okay.
Because he has like multiple girlfriends. All of those don't end well. All of those like come out of it and being like, yeah, I was abused. And like, well, it's very cult behavior, except he doesn't like his cult is online. So he doesn't have like 100 people following him. But like whoever's dating him will be brainwashed.
Yeah.
Like he's and yeah, so it's just weird shit.
Yeah, I bet. He looks like a weird dude.
Like he got like I think the current one he's with, he got them to switch genders.
What?
Yeah, he got not switch genders, but to say that they're agender or whatever. Like she started out girl, now is a boy named Kai.
Fuck yeah.
It's
but he's
odd.
still a thing now? He's still exists?
We'll get into why he's still a thing. So there's tons more about this on YouTube, but yeah, there's no time to cover this. So as with a lot of cases we're going to see on this episode, many of them are actually worth their own episodes. But October is right around the corner and it is reserved for spooky shit.
Amen.
Spooky shit.
October's for spooky shit.
Not pedos.
Which, I mean, coming up
October.
October.
Get your pedos out of my spooky shit.
October's going to be wild.
Get your own month, pedos.
Yeah. So Chris Hansen and Vince jump into the Onision drama, and it's the symbolic equivalent of Hansen walking into the room with all these YouTube investigators and plopping his big old dick on the table like daddy's here to take care of this.
Get on my dick, daddy.
Get on this dick, daddy.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of the community on YouTube sees this as a good thing. If the predator catcher, Chris Hansen, was putting himself on this case, then it must mean that shit was going to get done.
Shit. Nope.
Yeah.
He honestly
old
doesn't
man.
do his own research. He's just a host.
Yeah, so, well, there's a couple of things wrong with that. One, Chris Hansen is not versed in how YouTube works. So goofball Vince is handling the technical side.
Have you guys seen the last Rambo movie?
No.
It doesn't exactly end well. This feels like this. This feels like you did not accomplish the task you were supposed to accomplish, Chris.
2, all the work has been done already. YouTubers had been on the case for months, and they were way more capable of combing through years of Onision's content than Chris Hansen was. Hansen was walking into this with nothing to add but his sultry voice. Yeah. 3, Chris and Vince don't give a shit about this. They don't know who Onision really is or what taking him down really means to the community. They care about one thing only, making their comeback. Well, making Chris's comeback.
Making some money.
Yeah. And so after weeks of live stream interviews with victims and people close to the case, Chris Hansen jumps the shark and does the same thing he and Dateline did back at Bill Conrad's house in 2006. He just shows up to Onision's door demanding an interview.
That's like the dumbest way to go about it.
911, what are you reporting?
Hi, there's a person who's been stalking me online. and
Oh,
they
that's
just showed up to my
that's a
house.
viral
Okay,
clip.
and they're outside now?
Yes, they're knocking on my door.
Okay. And do you know if they have any weapons?
They have a bunch of camera people, like they're YouTube stalkers.
Okay. But no weapons seen?
I didn't see any weapons. I just saw like
Okay.
6 guys in my driveway, and one of them is knocking on my door.
And the one that's knocking on your door, is he the main one that you said has been stalking you?
Yes, he's a stalker. He's yelling things at me through the door right now.
Okay, and what do we know his name at all?
It's Chris Hansen.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's
Chris
like, that was
Hansen.
actually like a viral, but there's actually one of like, him, like, how do you say, Chris Hansen, like, very close to the door.
His perspective?
His perspective. But I think he came back twice or something like that.
Yeah, he's there for a lot longer.
Yeah.
He's there for a lot longer, and the cops are also like, oh, no, we know. We know what he's there for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it's a dumbass move to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dumbass move to do. And so to make matters worse, Chris and Vince majorly fumbled the ball when they failed to turn in evidence that was trusted to them by one of the victims. The victim gave a laptop The victim gave Vince a laptop that contained nude photos of her when she was 15, photos that she had sent to Onision. Vince just completely slept on handing it over to the FBI, to the point where the victim just took it back from them and decided to keep it until the right person came along to help them.
She didn't want to go to the FBI?
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why like she couldn't go herself. I think maybe she just didn't trust it or whatever, but
This is why I think Vince is low-key a predator, but like hiding in plain sight. Because he had that laptop. He didn't do nothing with it. What else was he doing with it? You know what I mean? Wanka.
That's fucked up.
That is really fucked up.
The attention on Onision sort of dies with Chris and Vince's disinterest in the case. While all this is happening, Chris Hansen's brand spanking new YouTube page
Brand spanking
new, baby.
That's
Trying to find and make it spicy.
Slapping.
Okay?
That's some retro
I
words
was
right
working, bro. I was at it, bro. So his new YouTube page was getting dragged by the entire community for being dog shit.
Sounds like dog shit.
Yeah,
Validly.
Fucking yeah. So the announcement videos, the websites, and the live streams were dragged by all the commenters on YouTube. Among these critics was Gus Johnson, who made a video semi-clowning on Hansen while also giving constructive criticism.
Gus Johnson, the biggest douchebag name I've ever heard.
I know, but
Gus.
it's interesting because what happens to Gus here? When Gus Johnson tried to tune into the live stream to ask questions himself, however, he found himself banned from watching the stream or even commenting on Hansen's channel.
Shit, that fast.
Yeah, they took it personal.
Literally.
In the following days, Hansen and Vince started copyright striking channels that were reacting to not only Hansen versus Predator, but the original Dateline show as well.
He's pulling a
which
whole
doesn't really work that way because they don't own the rights to Dateline NBC's to catch Predator.
But also, they're like low-key like Nintendoing the shit out of this.
Yeah, you're right on. Nintendo and the Smash Bros. That deserves an episode, but it doesn't get crazy. And like until someone gets murdered playing Smash Bros, will that get its own episode?
Yeah,
but you know though,
it pisses me off though.
I will still always enjoy Smash Bros.
Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with Smash Bros.
No, we're talking about
it's Nintendo itself.
We're talking about what Nintendo's doing.
Doesn't create anything new.
No, it's copyright striking anybody who posts Smash Bros videos.
Oh,
no.
So there's no more Smash Bros tournaments online anymore.
But literally,
Really?
Yeah, because they just get stricken down. And anybody who tries to organize one is not allowed. Nintendo will fucking sue them.
literally
Custom.
every Nintendo game you try to like put a live stream up or you try to put a video up of, they copy strike it. The only thing is like the only thing that doesn't get copy striked is the Nintendo like world create, where you create your own world and shit.
Yeah.
That they don't care. But
That's weird.
the rest is all copyright, right?
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
That's crazy shit.
They're really like fucking up there.
So they were essentially taking whatever revenue these channels were making off the video for themselves. And it isn't like Hansen wasn't aware that people were making reaction content. He had used a lot of these YouTubers that were watching as a way of connecting with a younger audience. He can be even seen having interviews with these YouTubers, pretending to be cool with the fact that they would be promoting the show by reacting to it. There's one YouTuber who was like big in kind of bringing back Chris Hansen into the limelight, Mr. Gigi. He literally watched all of To Catch a Predator and did like reaction content. And those videos are fucking great. Yeah. But he got to a point where Hansen interviewed him for the Have a Seat with Chris Hansen. Mm-hmm. There's this one bit where he's talking to him and he's like, Chris Hansen's like, well, I assume that when the new show will be out, you'll be doing videos on it as well. And he's like, yeah, I will be. And he's like, well, I'm glad to be providing job security for you.
What the fuck?
Shit's pretty
So
fire.
at this point, he's probably making more money than Chris Hansen.
Yeah, probably. And off of clowning Chris Hansen, because he clowns Chris Hansen a bit too. It's like Chris Hansen's going to take a jab here and there, you know? You gotta.
When you're an old man riding away, you got to take a jab.
But by the way, that was the timeline that you're saying is about the time where like YouTubers were making bank.
Oh yeah,
that was like before the copyright strike wave there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the money started going down. So he was 150,000% making more than him.
Yeah.
He's like $1 million in debt. He's making millions.
In the following months, Vince would go on to turn legions of YouTubers. In the following months, Vince would go on to turn legions of YouTube reactors who were standing Hansen against Hansen. YouTubers had done critical videos about Hansen's new investigations or his YouTube announcements would find their channels getting the notoriously dreaded copyright strike. In the YouTube ecosystem, a copyright strike is a controversial move. A copyright claim, which is a smaller version of this feature, is when a creator makes something showing either snippets or pieces of copyrighted content. The owner of the original content may apply a claim where they have the options to either claim the revenue from that video or not allow that video to be public
You can
whatsoever.
claim the revenue?
Yeah. So
all the money
remember,
they make off
like,
of
by
it.
the way, I have a channel where I review movies. I don't know if it's like I might make some videos soon, but like we used to do reactions to movies.
It was called
And-
Gang Versus.
Yeah, those were called gang verses, which I'm thinking of reviving for the boys versus.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that. But when we used to do those, almost every fucking time I would have to deal with having to re-edit it because it kept getting copyright claimed. And I didn't care because I wasn't making money off of it. So like, but if I were making money, whatever money that video was making would go to that company.
Okay.
If it was copyright claim, I was more annoyed because they wouldn't let me show it after I'd done so much to like change it.
The most like, no pun intended, the most predatory thing about it is that while you are battling the claim, so it's like you say like, I'm gonna claim that this is copyrighted. You have a certain amount of time that you have to wait until you can fight it. But the amount of time that you're waiting to fight it, they're still making money off that video. Yep. So it's usually like the first week or two of you
And
of the
YouTube,
release of your video, which is usually like
the peak time.
yeah, which is the peak time where you're making the most amount of money.
Yeah.
So then all the money, then even when you get it back, you're making like pennies on the dollar from what you were making
And
the
you
first
kind of
week.
have to keep it up because as like, you know, as a YouTuber, I know this, but like when you take it down, because like some people will be like, oh, I'm going to make it private or whatever, you know. I think you can make it private, but you can't take the video fully down because if you re-upload it, then you're resubmitting for it to be checked for copyright. And it's a whole new application, which means if you complain against that one, it's a whole new complaint.
Man, that's fucked up.
It's garbage. And then YouTube also reacts to it by respecting the person who claims it first. So they'll take their word for it versus yours.
Oh shit! So if a company will do this, even though they know full well they're going to lose the claim,
yeah,
they'll just do it and get the money right away.
Yeah,
that was like when the big like copyright wave came, and that's when a lot of people started losing a lot of the money because then they were like, I'm barely making any money off this because every time you would make like big reactive channels would be like the main focus on YouTube.
Yeah.
They would get copyrighted, lose all their like most of their income for the first week.
Yeah.
They'd have to fucking fight a claim for no fucking reason. And then it could be like random fucking channels, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was like my fucking channel happened.
Guys that make $100.
I don't make fucking shit.
But it could be like random fucking channels just claiming that it's their shit too.
So the original owner of that content may apply a claim where they have the options to either claim the video or just not allow it to be public. Creators are allowed to use copyrighted content under fair use, which means that they have the right to use content in a transformative way, whether it be using footage from a film for review or spoofing purposes, you know, like the way that we did when we did those videos. Go watch them. I'll link them. For example, though, in posting part 1 of the video version of our episode, of like this little episodes, part 1 got a copyright claim from NBC because we featured a clip from To Catch a Predator. They allowed the video to be public. But if that video started making money, it would go to NBC.
Mm-hmm.
For the hour and a half that we talked about the show and we showed a 30-second clip, that
all the money will go to them.
Yeah,
There
that's
used
how
to
that
be
works.
a rule. It was 7 seconds. If you leave it on for 7 seconds, you can show a clip for 7 seconds. If it's after 7 seconds, they owe it.
That makes so much sense now. Because I've seen podcasts where they do that.
Yeah.
They'll have like the beginning of a video and then they stop and like people are reacting. And you're like, guys, what the fuck?
But they have to stop.
They gotta do it.
Yeah,
It's like
that
people who
makes
do the
sense.
music reactions too, and
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
stop it every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That's the whole like to
Okay.
skirt the.
That's
the
how they
methods.
transform their content.
Yeah, it's transformative.
So you do 7 seconds, react 7 seconds. Yeah.
The easiest way to like explain transformative is like you have to make it so that what you're showing is not an alternative way of watching the content.
Yeah.
Like I am not like people are not gonna stop listening to the song on Spotify
To watch yours.
because they can see it on mine. You know, like
So that's why they do reaction things where like they see this tiny part and have a crazy reaction on like one stupid line.
Yeah.
Then talk about that shit for a minute.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta like every bit counts. Whatever you can cut into right away,
Yeah.
you gotta do it. So when a creator is outright stealing the content and reposting it with no modifications, then the rightful copyright owner can opt to use the much more aggressive copyright strike. Copyright strike is like a channel nuke. Not only is the revenue from the video claimed by the copyright owner, but the channel in question has the right to 3 strikes before having their channel permanently deleted.
Damn.
Yeah. This is what Vince started doing to the channels that were making videos critical of the new show. He wouldn't be the first to do something like this against critics on YouTube. Yeah, Fresh and Fit did this shit too.
Yeah.
Fresh and Fit, no way.
It's a move that is widely hated on YouTube. It's because you're messing with somebody's fucking money,
Yeah.
literally. And also, when you get a channel banned, you're not allowed to return as another thing. Like if YouTube bans your channel, you're not allowed to return as a different channel.
Like they'll recognize you.
Yeah, they'll recognize you. Yeah.
Like let's say you have like, let's say PewDiePie, then you have PewDiePie 2. Like as soon as PewDiePie is gone, PewDiePie 2 ain't coming. Like you can't post on PewDiePie 2.
So
you could be also more original with the new name.
Well, what the fuck am I supposed to say?
Well, people are gonna come on and say, "Hey, that's PewDiePie."
Yeah.
It's a move that's widely hated on YouTube, and yeah, especially when it's done without actual grounds the way Vince did it. In comments, live streams, and tweets, Vince could be found cowering under Chris Hansen's skirt, saying that Chris was the one ordering the strikes. So Chris put the gloves on for his boy Vince and doubled down on his support for Vince. Meanwhile, Vince was starting to escalate things to an even more disturbing level. Quickly after the copyright strikes started happening and the whole drama got coverage on YouTube, the live streams were inundated with trolls as well as subscribers of the Hansen vs. Predator website who were generally trying to give criticism on how things were being managed. Vince took to responding to these guys by finding their info from their PayPal invoices and doxing them in the comments.
What the fuck?
That's insane, though.
That's
so
pretty
he can't,
fucked up.
He can't edit a fucking YouTube video. He can't make a website, but he can dox people.
Yep, it's pretty bad.
Bro, he's definitely a pedophile. Hands down.
When allegedly,
Allegedly.
when he was confronted about this, Vince used the old "my family members took my phone and sent that message" tactic.
Wow.
Later on, he did the same thing on Twitter and blamed it on a hacker.
What the? I mean,
you know when you send a dick pic, like, oh my bad, bro, my boy was sent those messages.
That's what that guy should have done.
Yeah.
When he was like,
Oh my
that's my dick. Oh, that dude was a hacker.
Ew.
Ew, yeah, that was on me.
I'd be like, that's not my dick, sir. Look at my dick, and I would like just hold it so that it looks different.
Yeah, just like twist it.
This man has experience.
No, baby, I swear it's not me.
Baby, so it's not me. Look, mine's upside down.
Mine curves to the left, not the right. But Vince also started. Vince also started to just get racist and downright fucked up with his critics. So here's a couple of.
Do we know what Vince looks like?
Huh?
Do we know what Vince looks like?
He's a chubby Italian dude.
Chubby town.
Chubby Italian dude.
A chubby Italian dude.
Slick hair.
Didn't feature it. So here's one. He's responding to somebody basically, but he's like, "Cool, are you seriously trolling me? It was my friend who made that tweet. Look, I apologized. Now I'm seriously thinking you support Onision and David Vanity. I think is another person that they're after in their Predator chase. And I am serious. As a hear attack. Go away, loser.
As a
Hear attack.
As a heart attack.
Man can't write.
He can't write. And then again. Look, you are. This is to another person. Look, you are a loose cannon. You are focusing on a tweet that some retard made about another retard. I'm quoting. I told you I apologized and moved on, but you are the retard that keeps bringing it back up. I kindly ask that you step away from any investigations because, as I stated before, you are quick to turn on someone, and I am seriously questioning this Davi Vanity case. If it weren't for the victims I spoke to, I would have to face. This case is a farce.
Can I just say this is before the word retarded was a bad thing to say?
It was never a bad thing to say. I stand on it.
It was for a bit.
Fucking retard.
It's coming back because
it's a fun thing to say.
Because you know what? It's fine. Because the thing is, it's a made up medical term, anyways. Well, it was a slang medical term. It was like a general one that didn't really mean shit. Whereas now people, because they can't say retard, they're saying autistic. Which is an actual medical term. Yeah. You see what I mean? People are constantly going to find a way to fucking say it. They're going to use a different word. It was the same thing with the N-word. And people on Reddit started saying with what is it, with a B or something?
Really?
Yeah, they just started saying it with a B or something. Was it a B or was it?
No.
It was with a, no, it was the G's were replaced with B's.
Yeah.
They started saying,
Yeah.
it's like people are going to find ways to skirt this shit
it's like
constantly.
it's like when they didn't want us to say you know?
Well, you probably
South Park made a good case for that word. Also, we're going to censor that because
but then
we
they
could get banned.
You still can't say that.
Oh.
But can I just say, don't claim it. Like, we're not talking about you.
That's true.
We're not talking about you.
We just like
We
saying
love
retard.
everybody.
We love all retards.
So, guys.
we
Chris
have
Hansen.
one more with Vince.
I'm just gonna make a. So this next
love
one
all you.
has a lot of hard R.
Just don't say it. Just don't
What
say
the
it.
fuck?
I'm just gonna moan.
You said Vince was Italian?
Yeah, this proof.
Yo, just
But he's from
read
Sicily?
it like
No,
it
no.
is.
He's
Have
from
you-
Jersey.
Have you,
He's from Jersey.
He's not even the good Italians from New York.
It's Moulignan.
if you've seen True Romance, you know what I'm talking about.
So this is he's texting Chris, by the way. Here,
read it how it is, and then just in post production add the moans. Just make a moan now, and then use it in post production. There is no N words.
Just let me moan right now.
Well,
Do you want me to say the N word right now?
No.
Yo, no.
Shut up, dude.
What is wrong?
Hold them back.
What are you arguing for?
There is no N words
Stop
there.
arguing. I see them.
Yo, can you relax? Just put a B
Let
in.
the man do his thing.
Put a B in between.
No, I'm not doing that. Oh my God, Bill's right here.
Ah, sorry, Billy.
Don't let him see this.
Yeah, that mustache was great.
Okay,
Next.
Chris, this is gone far. This is gone far enough with the trolls. Sorry to ruin your New Year's Eve, but it's New Year's Eve. But I'm
That's
taking
sad.
matter into my own fucking hands. Troll. That's right. I said, troll. This troll is a fucking. This is not YP for a discussion or debate. My family is attacked.
YP?
Young
person?
I don't know what
It's
YP
not
means.
young person.
I'm
word.
stupid.
I
don't know if I don't know if I'm like
Autistic.
I don't know if I'm like a boomer or too young to understand the slang. I don't know which one it is. It's a mix. It could be both. Maybe if I got fucking paid, I would be more calm and talk to a shrink about this bullshit.
Wow.
Damn.
Chris Hansen replied with "Whoa." I mean, he replied with other shit, but "Whoa" was the first one.
Like,
So yeah,
you know why you're not
all
being
those
paid.
uhs were hard R N words, by the way.
Shit.
It's pretty bad.
Nice guy is Vince.
He's a good guy.
Bill Cosby attacked us.
Bill Cosby
Holy
is
shit.
not down with
Even
it.
Bill Cosby was upset.
At least he didn't-
Bill Cosby just fell off the
At least
wall.
he didn't roofie my drink.
Nah, whatever.
Then Nick checked. He just swirled it around.
After realizing how bad this relationship was for his brand, Chris finally dropped Vince. Except Vince was not going to leave without a temper tantrum. Vince went on to shut down the Hansen vs. Predator website, leaving only a picture of Chris's mugshot from when he was arrested on the homepage.
Okay, well, nobody
with the
fucking
words
even goes there.
with the words Hansen vs. Predator suspended due to non-payment.
I mean, he hasn't been paying.
He agreed to do the work for free.
He agreed to it.
Yeah.
But anyways, like nobody was using that fucking website anyways.
You
so
can't
it's like,
be a volunteer the whole time.
That's true.
And then be like, I would be upset. I would be upset if I was like, you're going to pay me later, right?
Yeah.
But if I volunteered,
It's your fault.
your fault.
You
You
had to have a
volunteered.
conversation about this.
Yes. This all gets discussed. He also hijacked the Have a Seat with Chris Hansen Facebook page and started posting a bunch of defamatory statements about Chris, with one of those reading, quote, "There was no Onision investigation. This was all for YouTube views and money. Onision is innocent."
Damn.
YouTube announcement about Onision will be made. I apologize to the Jackson family and Onision for making false claims on the show. Onision is innocent. I will be sharing the profits with Onision and his family. The story is over.
Damn.
If not, Vincent was also straight up beefing with people in the comments of memes he would post on the page.
No way, Onision just ended his career.
So there's just somebody writing, Vince, please kindly fuck off. Take your trolling elsewhere. The Have a Seat with Chris Hansen page replied, "Who says I'm Vince, you freak? Take your mother's used tampons out of the trash and floss your diseased teeth with it."
Yo, now
That
his spelling
says
is good.
That's his Vince.
The spelling's gotten better.
It's like he grew
That might
up
be the only
after
evidence
getting
that it's not. That might be Chris.
fired.
The spelling's better.
That is true.
So after a long,
less N words too.
yeah, less hard.
Less The context of the episode.
Can I please
that
get
doesn't
one
work.
ticket to American Society of Magical? All right, good
Was
stuff.
that a good movie? That was not a good movie.
Nobody
was it?
watched it.
Okay.
I don't even know. I don't
Well,
even-
you can't order the tickets.
How can you watch a movie you can't buy a ticket to?
No. It's like something in People in Paris.
Wasn't there an acronym?
It's in Paris.
Yeah.
Wasn't there an acronym for it?
I don't know.
Wait, let him cook.
It's like
Let him cook.
Society of Magical. It's like Asen.
Can I watch Asen?
This man's autistic.
It's like guys.
Are you okay?
Well, you can't do that. That's fucking horrible.
Start doing fucking hand signs.
He takes this fucking shit to an entire level that's not necessary. This is fucking wrong. Oh no. You can't do that.
You totally can. I just did.
I'm gonna get canceled in 10 years.
There goes sponsorship.
Oh my god.
I was born canceled, bro. Fuck that shit.
This show is sponsored by he's gonna love
This
it.
show is sponsored by Asen.
Go watch Asm in theaters tonight.
Thank you, Asen, for sponsoring the show.
Who are we sponsored by that?
No. And listen to in Paris or Nip, whichever one you want.
Nip in Paris.
So
It's like a cat just dancing in Paris.
after a long battle for his Facebook pages and accounts, Chris was finally rid of Vince.
You good, Nikki?
I'm trying to upload.
She's trying to hyperventilate.
You said Nikki, but man, that sound like something else. You're right.
Yeah, okay.
He's like hyperventilating, bro. He laughed too hard.
Yeah, he really finds that funny. I'm gonna continue.
You still need a drink?
Stop.
There you go.
After a long battle for his Facebook pages and accounts, Chris was finally rid of Vince. He was now free to work on his comeback.
Vince?
No, Chris.
I was getting Vince.
Yo, even Cosby's down again.
That's my boy.
Too many.
That's my boy.
So often throughout this time, Chris would endorse straight up scams. In one instance, he did a piece on dick pill companies like Blue Chew and Hims on the behalf of Score Blue, another dick pill company.
Wasn't his whole thing like not to bang children? Now he's sponsoring dick pills.
Okay, no. You don't get dick pills to bang children, guys. This is not.
That's
not how that
wild.
Whoa.
You got no idea where we're going, bro.
You got our attention there,
Talking
buddy.
about dick pills.
Guys, all visuals are in the description. Please join us.
So for the people listening to the audio podcast, the visual companion will be in the description. But if you're on YouTube, you get those shits straight in your face, baby.
Straight in your fucking
Chris
face hole.
Hansen's comeback, like come on your back.
Wait till he tells you that Blue Chew. He's gonna come back harder.
You're gonna need a bulletproof vest, guys.
All right. Oh, good shit.
Yo, that-
oh my god, I flew far.
Join us for that next slide.
And even more surreal is one video he posted in 2020 endorsing a new phone called the Escobar Fold 2.
That's where Escobar comes
Yes,
to.
that Escobar.
Okay.
Escobar sold phones?
Yeah, I'll get into this right now.
That's kind of dope.
So the Escobar Fold 2 was released by Escobar Inc., a tech company started by Roberto Escobar, Pablo Escobar's brother, the former accountant and chief of assassinations for the Medellin cartel.
Chief of assassinations, awesome.
Yeah, it's a good position.
And
Now he's selling
just in the
fucking
US
cell
now.
phones.
No, he's still in Colombia.
Oh, yeah.
A fact that he advertised by the fact that he's the chief of assassinations is advertised like on the website
Imagine like he does an interview.
Respect.
Like, you know when you go to like a news station and you do an interview and then they put the description of what you did, like what you did to be known, and it just says chief of assassinations.
That's pretty
and,
thuggin'.
And cell phone provider.
Well, I mean, he worked very good at assassinations. So I mean, he did a good job.
They revolutionized assassinations. They invented the drive-by with a fucking motorcycle.
Damn.
It's pretty good.
That's
Pretty
valid.
fucking
That's
good.
pretty good. Good.
It's like Uber Eats. It was like the Uber Eats of assassinations.
for bullets.
We all
for
know
fucking bullets.
we all know they couldn't do
for
drive-bys
killing
and
children with stray bullets. But you know,
Wait, what the fuck?
yeah,
But he makes phones now, so it's all okay.
they make phones. It's all good.
He made the first BlackBerry.
So this was Escobar Inc. was started by this guy and another guy named Olaf Gustafsson.
It always has to be a German or some shit.
That Olaf Gustafsson.
Is that Russian?
That's like a Nordic man.
Oh.
Something like that.
Swedish.
So a little bit about Escobar Inc. for 2 seconds, because they're crazy as fuck. We're going to go on a tangent here, but a lot of what they did mainly consisted of bad attempts at suing other companies claiming intellectual property theft. In 2019, Escobar Inc. revealed a propane torch designed to look like a flamethrower. So that's the one.
So that's not fucking Elon Musk?
Well, hold on. It is basically a copy of Elon Musk's.
Yo, please join us on the Visual Companions right now.
So this is how they advertise it, dude. They like to get hot chicks to advertise. They're Colombian.
I mean, they do it right.
This is how
works.
we do it. It is Latin America's way. Watch the news. You want people to pay attention to the news? We put hot women on the news.
Guys, we took a 2-minute break and I already
Latin
bought one.
Americans always know what the weather is because the weather, ladies, fine.
Smoking.
Do you see the
Fine.
one in Mexico?
Smoking.
Yo,
Janet Garcia,
Everyone knows her.
incredible.
incredible. And
I know what the weather is in Mexico. I don't know what the weather is here.
Do you know she dated a gamer?
Wow.
I could play
That's
games.
fucking riveting, John.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I could play
That's
games.
fucking
Bro,
insane.
from you.
Tell us more.
You got
States.
time? You got time to tell
I
us?
actually got time. Wait, turn the cameras off.
Escobar Inc. tried to sue Musk for theft of intellectual property. And they generously tried to settle with Elon Musk's company by asking for $100 million in cash or shares of Tesla.
How generous.
Nothing ever really happened after this, except that the people who did buy flamethrowers from Escobar Inc. never got them. Instead, they were shipped a certificate claiming that they had ownership of the flamethrower.
Okay, so Elon Musk definitely is the creator.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well,
He
he actually delivered them.
And when those people tried to claim fraud on PayPal, Escobar Inc. used the tracking info from the certificates they sent as proof that they sent the product. It's good shit.
Yeah.
That's some really sketchy shit.
Chief, that's what happens when you buy things from the chief of assassination.
You would think that the chief of assassinations could still be a goddamn flamethrower.
You couldn't come back to get your refund. You know what I mean? Like, you go there, you ain't coming back. You know?
Yeah, no.
You got mopeds and Uzis. What are you going to do?
They can pull out a real flamethrower.
Innovative. The IKEA of assassinations. The Medellin cartel. Literally. In 2020, they sued 2 Chainz for $10 million after the rapper tried to open a tapas restaurant called Escobar.
Aren't they the most richest cartel to ever exist?
Yeah,
Not at
not
one
anymore.
point in
But
time.
at one point, yes, but not anymore.
But like, why are you dealing with these petty?
It's really funny.
Lawsuits.
Here's from CBS. This is an interview they had with Roberto Escobar. So Escobar is regarded as one of the greatest heroic outlaws of all time by many in Colombia. And all over the world, according to the suit. Moreover, Pablo Escobar's life has been the subject of numerous books, films, and television shows. Throughout his life, Pablo Escobar was responsible for the construction of houses and football fields in Western Colombia for the poor.
Might
Can I
be
just say
another
something?
episode.
Can I just say, I didn't know there was a Roberto Escobar.
Yeah, there was.
I didn't know.
There's Roberto Escobar.
Was he in the TV show?
He has multiple kids.
Maybe. I don't know. The TV show's involved in this. We'll see. This lawsuit was settled out of court. I think 2 Chainz had to pay them. It's pretty crazy.
I mean,
He literally used it in the family name though. So
Yes. And it's just rappers' stupid fucking obsession with cartels.
yeah.
Like it was Escobar or else it's El Chapo. Like, guys, it's fucking stupid.
You're a rapper.
It's the cringiest shit. But even more insane is that in 2017, Escobar Inc. unsuccessfully tried to get Netflix to pay them $1 billion for their right to release the show Narcos. During this ongoing dispute, a location scout for the show was shot dead in his car while searching for locations in Mexico.
I mean, where was he in Mexico? Tijuana?
I don't know where he was in Mexico. Not disclosed. Roberto Escobar denied having any involvement in that, but he did offer to provide Netflix with hitmen as security for the rest of production.
He was 100% had to do with that. What the fuck?
So you don't want to pay me?
We will deliver mopeds and Uzis to you.
Those are union jobs.
This is the old, like, I'll burn your house down. Then when you get a new house, I'll protect your house. You know?
Mr. Escobar offers this protection.
Yeah.
Don't get your location scouts shot.
Plata o plomo.
Plata o plomo.
I said that shit too in my Spanish class.
You got kicked out of Spanish class?
No, she thought it was kind of funny.
Oh, okay. He watched Narcos.
Uh-huh.
He watched a TV show. Now I think he speaks Spanish.
He know very good.
He know very good. We're gonna watch an ad for the phone.
Yeah. Visual companions below.
Visual companions, bro. They're sexy. You're gonna get us blocked on YouTube, but we'll see what happens.
Escobar can't copyright us. We'll fucking kill him. I mean, what?
Pablo Escobar has done it again. The Escobar Fold 2.
They know how to do ads.
Don't you miss when ads used to be this?
I love how it's the most basic sounds they could use, though.
I can't hear anything.
Starting at $3.99. Free worldwide shipping. Works in all countries and languages.
Untrackable, no location.
Sexy girls.
Never seen that phone in my life. When did that come out?
The only downfall of this telephone is that GPS won't work. Because it can't track your location.
It's 2020. And yeah, and then here's a Reuters interview with them because I just rabbit hole into this shit and it's pretty funny.
The family of Pablo Escobar, the late Colombian drug kingpin and leader of the feared Medellin,
He was not that good looking.
No, very ugly.
is on a newer addiction, smartphones. Escobar Inc. says it's releasing an advanced smartphone with a foldable
Olaf.
screen. Roberto Escobar Gaviria, the brother of Pablo Escobar, founded the company.
I'm not new to electronics. I'm a person that has liked electronics for a long time.
Yeah, and he made a lot of
I
them.
wanted to come out with a telephone that was different than all others in the world.
La bomba.
Swedish entrepreneur Olaf Gustafsson is CEO of Escobar Inc.
The best technology in the world is to have a foldable phone right now. It's almost like phones with cameras 10 years ago, but now there's a foldable technology. We are changing things. We are the new Steve Jobs, basically, and we are trying to get some fresh air into this business.
The Escobar Fold 1 will operate on Android and cost $349 in its most basic version. Another version with more memory and RAM will also be released for $499.
Our focus is to put the Fold 1 in the whole world, and not just the Fold 1. Our focus is to become a comprehensive technology company similar to Samsung and Apple, where we can offer not just one telephone, but multiple telephones and multiple different types of phones.
He still has to show
colors,
this fucking
and
old
also
man
have
how to
service
use the
centers
phone.
and all these things around the world that this company has, like Samsung and Apple. Just the same, but Pablo Escobar.
El sonido es perfecto.
The 72-year-old founder of Escobar Inc. spent 12 years in prison for belonging to the Medellin cartel. He turned himself in to authorities in 1992. His famous brother was killed in December 1993 in a joint Colombia-U.S. operation. Now, almost 30 years later, he is hoping to use the worldwide fame of the family name to sell smartphones.
The Escobar Gaviria brand is now a global brand. It's a brand that doesn't need to be promoted. It's like some sodas, some of the very big companies in the world that already have their brands established.
Deadass, never heard
Those
of it
brands never
since
change.
this episode.
They will always be good because they are innovating so that those coming from behind will never catch up.
Tengo una pregunta.
Yeah.
Does it fold inwards or just backwards? I feel like the way they're showing the fold is fucking useless.
I think it folds both ways.
Because it's just like exposing the screen on both sides.
Oh, it's being blessed by a priest, by the way.
What the fuck?
That's why I let it go till the end, because it gets blessed by a priest at the end. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. And yeah, the Escobar brand is all of it. Like, yeah, innovation. And fucking putting.
Meanwhile, you still use
putting
Android
Uzis
chips.
on a fucking motorcycle,
Yeah.
baby. Again, innovative.
Getting drugs on a plane on pregnant women.
No, they got submarines now. They got submarines now.
Submarines don't work that well. They got fake submarines.
Work well enough. You got
Yeah, if you
cocaine.
fart on a submarine, you're stuck with that.
If I go that far that we had in the car earlier.
He had a fuck disgusting.
That shit
So
was
so
lethal.
this is all, by the way, and you know, we saw the video where the girls are sledgehammering Samsung Galaxies and saying literally rest in peace to Samsung Galaxy, which he did also buy that domain URL so that it would lead back to the Escobar phones page. So if you Googled rest in peace Samsung, it would go to that page. This is all ironic because it turns out that the Escobar Fold 2 turned out to be a Samsung Galaxy Fold with a gold cover glued onto it and a preloaded wallpaper of Pablo Escobar's mugshot.
That's
Wow.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, the Marquez Brownlee review, he literally scrapes off and you see like the Samsung logo is right under it. It's so cheap.
So that's why we've never heard of it.
No. Yeah, it also turned out to be a scam as the only people who actually received their Fold 2s were tech reviewers. So a bunch of people, basically the same thing as the Flamethrower, where they bought the phone, never received it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Never
so-
got their money back.
So what does this all have to do with Chris Hansen? Well, in 2020, Escobar Inc. simply paid the $60 it costs to get a cameo from Chris Hansen and got him to endorse the product.
Did you say fucking $60?
Yeah, he had it at $250 at one point, and everybody just clowned him for that shit. So then it got down to $60.
$60. I paid more for that bottle than I paid for Chris Hansen.
Wait, say this again. He what?
He charged $60 for a cameo.
So do you know what cameo is?
Yes.
Okay, so Escobar Inc.
Nick is old,
paid
by the way.
$60. And this is theorized, but like it's probably true because I mean, you would think it does. No matter what, Chris Hansen did it,
Okay.
and I think he literally got stiffed on it too.
You got stiffed on
'Cause
$60?
I'm pretty sure he could have asked for way more money to promote this. I think he would have promoted the phone either way, but he could have gotten more money out of it. I'm pretty sure.
To promote a phone, $60?
Yeah, I don't. I thought
Maybe he
that
has
celebrities
stakes.
on Cameo could state that they're not promoting, that they're not going to promote shit. You know, like I thought that's like a rule on Cameo, like no endorsements. But I guess it's not. Like
no, but
people
you
do
can
it.
like it depends on your values. But
I get yeah.
you
It
could
depends
say
on the
like
person
I'm
sets it.
not gonna do it. Like that one Jesus guy there that used to do those cameos. The
Oh
biggest-
yeah, Jesus.
yeah, the Jesus guy.
What's the Jesus on Cameo?
Oh, he doesn't know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea.
There was a guy posing as Jesus. He would just be like a fucking like a white dude with like a beard and shit. And
Yeah, I
long
remember
hair.
him.
And then he would just like do cameos, and he was like one of the biggest cameo guys there. But he wouldn't do like business endorsements. He would say wild out of pocket shit. Like I mean, like even the N word.
Are you paid for the cameos?
Yeah, they pay you for the cameo. You do like pretty much they can hold up a sign or you have to say some shit, but like in character.
But so in this case, he got paid
$60.
$60 to promote this phony phone.
during a cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he's getting paid for the cameo.
Yeah, which is $60.
$60.
That's not a lot of fucking money.
It's not a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's not a lot of money to sell out like that, and like as if you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's like you need that. What are you gonna buy crack? Like what
yeah,
the fuck?
I know it's kind of sad.
I wouldn't work for less than $60. For less than $200.
I know, right?
You know.
And Chris having no journalistic integrity does this without even thinking twice about it. You hear Escobar,
And you're like, I'll do it for $60.
$60. So we got a little clip here of it, of that cameo. It's bad. It's not good. Shout out to Marquez Brownlee who exposes the Escobar phone too.
Wait, can we watch?
Hey
the
guys,
video?
Chris Hansen here of Hansen vs. Predators, and to catch a predator, I just wanted to tell you all that I've seen this amazing new smartphone called the Escobar Fold 2. It appears to be the best phone out right now. I've been looking at the transcripts, so have a seat, check it out, and remember, I'll be watching. Take care.
Can we watch the review or is that copyrighted?
It's awesome. The review's awesome, but we don't have time. That's why. The review's awesome. So shout out to Marquez Brownlee for that shit.
Send it to me after the podcast.
What,
Yeah,
what's
sure.
the transcript? What the fuck is that about?
I think it's a joke on his show because he reads transcripts.
Okay.
I've read the transcripts.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess first of all, why is Chris Hansen your go-to for reviewing a phone?
Old Chris
Very
Hansen.
Old Chris Hansen.
I mean,
too.
I guess the brother is old. He probably didn't realize this. That this dude's like
Chris Hansen
washed
does
out.
look good.
Give me that butterfly guy. Give me that butterfly guy.
Chris
That was
Hansen
my
at his
Tony
old
Montana.
age does look good, though. I ain't gonna lie.
What?
Compared to his young age.
In 2020, Chris Hansen co-founded a network called True Blue, where he now hosts a show called Takedown with Chris Hansen, which is the new iteration of To Catch a Predator, except it is far more uninteresting since the cops have to arrest the guys before they're sat in the kitchen and interviewed by Chris. So some have accused the show of being faked. I don't really believe that. It's just kind of bland. Like,
Okay.
and it's shot terribly. Like, it's just boring. And the music is so dramatic too. It's just not a good show. But Chris Hansen's time catching predators on YouTube was not spent alone. In fact, when he came to YouTube, amateur predator catchers were booming on YouTube. There are dozens of channels
Amateur predator catchers. I like that.
Amateur predator catchers were booming on YouTube because Chris Hansen's a pro.
He's the best.
There are dozens of channels trying to do what Chris Hansen was doing on TCAP. Some of them, as we'll see, are outright bootlegs of Chris Hansen. So the first channel we're going to talk about, this is one of the first ones too, Luxury Pranks, which later changed their name to Life of Luxury.
Okay.
And yeah, they exactly what the channel name suggests. They were pranksters before anything. So here's one of their videos.
What's up, guys? I'm Parker, and this is Luxury Pranks. So we're here with Amy, and she created a fake Twitter profile saying she was 14. Immediately, tons of older men contacted her through her DMs, and we invited one over to this hotel room. Today, we're trying to expose a child predator.
A heartbeat.
All right, so we're waiting in the bathroom for him to get here. So let's see what happens.
Hello?
Are you Amy?
Yeah.
Predator's now jumping on the lady. Parker and Chester just rush him. Just drag him out of the room.
Just get in here. Get in. Get in.
So they just lazily drag the guy out of the room, and that's it.
It's so fake.
That's all they did.
As you can see, these men are extremely unpredictable.
Oh, it's so stupid.
They're getting into
It's
before
so
they
good.
go onto social media.
That's so
It's
fake.
It's so good.
Oh, that's so dumb.
Never feel guilty about protecting your child from an abuser, no matter who they are.
Meanwhile, they put him in a...
They literally let the guy go.
Yeah.
Please subscribe. Good shit.
Didn't call the cops or anything.
Yeah, no, it's obviously fucking faked.
Yeah.
So the channel consists of Parker and Chester, who usually do pranks, but started doing amateur predators things in 2017, where they also claim to be donating 100% of their profits to charity.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Massive cabbage.
Cabbage?
Cabbage. You're the only old person that doesn't know what that means.
I think it's stupid.
So it's quite obvious that this channel is full of shit. The pranks they used to run were bullshit, and now these investigations are too. What's weirder though is that as it takes off, they get a solid amount of viewers, and people believe what they're seeing.
Okay.
That first one has a ton of people like, oh my god, oh my god, you guys are doing good work, that type of shit.
Yeah.
And it gets extra weird as they eventually start to start off several episodes with a picture of kids. And it says today's missing kid, which is an actual missing child that they show at the beginning of their episodes. They ran with videos like this for a good couple of years. And as it went on, their content got a lot more horror oriented.
Okay.
Today, Life of Luxury is solely doing horror stuff.
Nice.
They literally just turned it into we're Ghostbusters now.
Okay.
And while the stories and acting are always fake as hell, the effects have actually gotten pretty damn good.
Nice.
I will say they do some creepy shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, this is good. The acting is horrible. The acting
Yeah.
stays horrible.
Okay.
They completely lack charisma. The next one we're going to talk about is Alex Rosen, otherwise known as Chet Goldstein. Alex Rosen was another bootleg Hansen who ran two predator catching channels called Predator Poachers and Chet Goldstein. And Rosen is the anti-Hansen. He's dirty looking, scruff bearded, he's a dirty-looking, scruff-bearded, fat guy who's meeting these predators in public areas. So
You couldn't really tell by that name.
yeah, here's a picture.
He was killing it for like a year or two.
By killing it, do you mean he went viral or made money?
He was making money. He was like respected as like some people were saying he was one of the best ones, specifically for the case we're going to talk about too. Rosen started his channel back in 2019 when he was 19 years old, which this man does not look.
Bro, he looks like at least 36.
Fucking 30 something, but apparently 19 years old.
He's 25.
He's from 2000, so he's technically like 25, 24, 25.
Man don't look too good.
Man does not look good. Holy shit. Sorry, but you know.
Take care of yourself. Moisturize.
He looks like a shittier looking Action Bronson.
Yeah, I agree. I feel it. In 2021, he struck gold when he actually managed to lure out a fellow YouTuber, EDP445, which stands for Eat That Pussy 445. The guy on the left in this picture. Yeah,
Man
visual
never ate
companions.
pussy.
I was going to say something, but it was going to be racist. I can't do it.
I mean,
not against the group you thought it was going to be. Not against.
Okay.
I'm going to say it.
Say
so,
it.
like,
What do you want to say, John?
the only pussy this man's ever eaten is the Chinese food. See, I got you. You thought it was gonna be a black thing. It was a Chinese. You motherfucker. God damn it. Double fucking whammy, John. Jesus Christ. Strike 2.
God, man.
EDP had gained popularity for his videos on sports, particularly on the Philadelphia Eagles, where his loud reactions would often become meme content.
He looks like an Eagles fan.
Football jokes, baby. Yeah, that's for the men out there.
Multi-diverse.
This is the Men versus Everything podcast, where we talk about man shit like football.
Yeah.
And we only kiss dudes.
Nothing like getting on the grass and tackling your fellow man and feeling his weight on top of you.
It's either ass or some gas.
Welcome to the Man Cast.
Shit, guys.
We're too good at this.
His loud reactions would often become meme content, which gained him even more of a following and allowed him to expand to a cooking and gaming channel. But then he walked right into a trap set by predator poachers, which came in the form of a 13-year-old girl. EDP chatted with the girl for weeks, going as far as sending her dick pics and even pictures of his shit after eating an entire pizza by himself.
That's fucking weird.
Is 13 just a sweet spot for all these motherfuckers?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the other one is
It's
pretending to be a
fucking-
13-year-old black girl. No, he gets caught with a 13-year-old. Then the guy before got caught with another
pretending to be a
13-year-old.
13-year-old.
Then that fucking guy that was like 22 and buff is 13 years old too.
I think you were kind of into that dude.
Huh?
He kept talking about
He
his
was hot.
muscles.
Well, I just
hot.
mean a Jim recognized Jim. You know what I mean?
Fucking cauliflower
Get
head.
that.
His
Yeah,
name
yeah.
is Jim. I just
It's like he got to an age where nobody calls him Jim anymore. He's Jim.
man, he's
Yeah.
just the Jim.
Fucking old Jim. Yeah, but he did send a picture of his shit.
Yeah.
Coiled up shit.
Weird.
Disgusting.
Even if you're not a pedophile, that's kind of weird.
That's kind of weird. You don't do that to normal people either.
No.
Well, I mean, unless it's your kink, then we respect you. It's
mean,
fine. You can have it. Yeah.
I send my shit to the
no
boys.
judgment here.
Do it.
What?
Nothing.
I've never done that actually.
Rosen and another YouTuber, CC Unit, eventually set up a meetup with EDP and confronted him in a public apartment block for nearly an hour. So this is the picture from the video. There's nothing really going on. I mean, it's a funny video where it's just like them harassing him for like an hour. But yeah.
Did EDP get harassed by a big unit?
A fridge came and harassed him.
CC Unit, god damn it. The only thing that's really funny about this video, but not enough to get a clip, I'll just gif it or something.
Did you watch the whole 1 hour?
I did.
Oh my God.
I have to watch literally all
God
of this
bless,
shit,
bro.
But literally, this one is like, let it
watched
be
that
known.
clip
He
too.
looks at the camera. He looks at the Chet Goldstein's camera. It's like, let it be known that I am not a pedophile. And he does a finger gun and winks
This
his
is
eye
a-
at the camera.
Oh my
That's
God.
fucking great.
That's the-
Iconic picture.
That's the equivalent of like Bill Cosby when he went when he was trying to be funny while getting escorted out of court. He was just doing like his iconic lines or his literally the camera was like he was walking past the camera and then he just looks at the camera and he goes
He just did his own shit.
yeah.
It's good shit. So yeah, so he was confronted by Rosen and CC Unit, and Yeah, they confronted him for like nearly an hour. They just do circles in this like little apartment block. What's really funny about this video too is you could see neighbors in the background like, well, I'm just sweeping my steps right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to listen
What
to
the
what's
fuck's going on out here? The block is getting interesting.
That's a typical like vacuuming your sidewalk just to see what's going on.
yeah. There's a fucking screwdriver and you're like fucking screwing your plants in. So EDP tried to defend himself by saying that he was not there to meet a 13-year-old girl, but to pick up a cupcake.
Fucking fat.
Yeah, where's the cupcake? So this notably became like the famous thing where it's like, oh, the cupcake incident. And they called it the cupcake incident. And people just kind of like, throw that as a meme at him.
They really like babied the fact that he was there to meet a 13-year-old.
They really finally he admitted to what he was doing. This brought loads of attention to Rosen and predator poachers, but not all of it was very good. While some praised Rosen, others took the time to look back on his past videos and analyze his methods. EDP445 lost all 3 of his YouTube channels, but unfortunately with this operation being a vigilante operation with absolutely no law enforcement involved whatsoever, no real justice could be served. Remember what we talked about last time, independent investigations like this in court are going to be held to a governmental standard, which they don't often hold a candle to. When looking into Rosen's past, netizens found that he himself had some weird moments where he made inappropriate jokes about sex with minors, and then he just patched them up by saying something along the lines of, I catch them, so it's okay for me to talk like that.
What?
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Justification for some fucked up
really
shit.
fucked up shit. Rosen posted multiple videos in live.
I was gonna say something really out of pocket.
There's another one too where like Rosen also had like, you know how like Chris Hansen had one guy commit suicide on his show and it ended the show?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These YouTube guys have a lot of suicides on their like, on their sleep. Yeah.
On their
and just don't talk about it.
Yeah. So here's a clip from a live stream where the guy shot himself on a live stream. It was a 60-year-old guy who had charges before. They followed him to his home. They were basically standing outside his home the same way the show ended. Had they like literally, there's a gold standard example of why you don't do that. The gold standard of predator hunting literally ended with that.
Yeah.
Should be like known that you shouldn't do that. But here's them just talking about it.
Well,
sorry, it's sideways.
It looks like I got to keep this YouTube friendly. It looks like we're technically not having our 47th state within arrest because I don't think you can arrest dead people.
So this just happened.
Yeah, it just happened.
He says, I don't think you can arrest dead people.
Holy fuck, man.
Okay, can he just survive so they can arrest him and then fucking die? I mean, come on. Oh, yeah, we can't arrest that on YouTube.
Oh, it wasn't our camera, okay.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, but man, but like, if we slap them around and shit, they'd be like doing it.
How do they make fun of this shit right now?
Holy shit. That's, that pop was sounded somebody with nothing on their phone. Holy shit, dude.
Fuck. Did y'all see it?
No.
Holy shit.
Like, where did he shoot himself?
I think it was in the head because it was just fucking all blood in his fucking head, dude.
Did nothing get on his shirt? Because that's how you know it's real, if nothing gets on the shirt.
Oh my god.
Was it dry
Are
already?
the cops on their way?
What, dude?
I guess so.
Fuck that.
Hell.
Yeah, it's really fucking sketchy.
And the way that they're talking about it, they're just like good.
Yeah,
they're like good.
There's a very fucked up line that happens here where like everybody kind of crosses it now with this shit. Nick and I were talking off the pod about this, but it's like this is like the new giving food to the homeless, giving money to the homeless people type of video where it's like everybody's gonna love you for doing this type of content because it's so easy. Like it's a cause that literally anybody could like, yes, I like children, not in that way, but like, I think children should be protected. I think predators are bad. Predators should be stopped. Anybody can get behind that. And it's the same thing where it's like, well, yeah, I think you should give to the homeless. It's in the same way, but like it gets to a point where like all of these guys, they take it to an extreme where it's like, no, we're going to be downright cruel and get away with it because everybody's like, well, if you have something wrong with it, then you have to be a pedophile too. which is a big sentiment here and what we're going to keep seeing. So Rosen posted multiple videos and live streams where he uses the N-word, hard R. In an interview done before the ban on his channel, Rosen said that, quote, "It obviously looks bad and that I have no hatred in my heart towards any group of people." In one video, Rosen prank called a BLM hotline, used multiple homophobic and racist slurs, and joked about pedophilia.
Damn.
It's fucking
literally, he put himself in the opposite corner of what he's been doing for a while.
It's crazy. It's fucking wild. To me, it's also just like, I guess young dude does not fucking get it. Like, he's our age, basically. Like, he's like 2 years.
I think he's younger than us.
He's 2000. He's from the year 2000. So, like,
Shit,
he's
so 3 years younger than me.
Yeah, he's like 2 years younger than me. So, it's like...
He's doing
It's like he's my little brother's age. It's like...
He's just trying to be famous.
It's just like his
yeah,
shit posting mind, I guess. But he just looks so old.
Was the beard? It fakes it.
I think that fakes a lot of it, too.
Yeah. But I mean, like, he also, like, just...
He looks like he
the way
doesn't fucking
acts-
sleep, too, or everything.
So it's like, just the way he looks makes it look like it's way worse. You know what I mean?
So-
Like, but it's a shit poster. Like,
yeah.
It's a shit poster era of your brain.
It is, yeah. But even worse than all that, it had been discovered that for many of the things he did, Rosen also used actual minors to play decoys, meeting the predators. In one video from the deleted channel, this is from Business Insider again, a minor in a sting starts to unbuckle and take off his pants around a suspect before Rosen walks in. The decoy is the cousin of Rosen, who was 16 at the time of recording. Quote, "I agree it was very irresponsible," Rosen told Insider. "We were 19 and just starting out, and we didn't think anything of having a cousin of ours who's a couple of years younger there." In another video, a purported minor who was used as bait for a sting said that the male target was touching and kissing me and trying to hold my hand. Rosen said in later clips that he uses minors as bait for his videos. So that's child endangerment.
Yeah.
150%.
Yeah.
I mean, you should never come to a point where they're kissing and touching you.
No, you should walk in. Like, that's the thing.
That's what
I
Chris
think I've
Hansen
seen
did it right.
Yeah.
Where Chris Hansen did it right was like
grown adults.
As soon as you see the intention, he would jump in, you know, and then he would confront them right away. Whereas they're waiting for the absolute like
The
worst
worst thing to
moment. Yeah.
Because it gets more views.
Yeah.
It gets more views to get to the even worse moments like that. Yeah. Where they're like, because literally it's thumbnails too. Like this guy took his pants off. Like this guy took our decoy's pants off. Like it's bad. All this negative attention got YouTube to take down both Rosen's channels as well as EDP's channels. So
that's good.
Yeah. So next one,
it's shitty material, anyways. It's really crap.
Yeah, it is. The next one we're gonna move on to is Skeeter Gene. Alex
Skeeter Gene.
Skeeter Gene. If Alex Rosen is the anti-Hansen, my next one is the bizarro Hansen. Skeeter Gene. Here's a picture. Skeeter Gene. This is Skeeter Gene.
Yo, he looked like a Chad.
Skeeter Gene was another one of the big Predator catcher channels, and he has a hard-on for Chris Hansen.
He's the one that copies him a lot.
Yeah, he wears the suit, he brings the chat logs in a neat little binder, and he does an impersonation of Hansen while meeting up with Predators. After luring the Predators on Grindr or Instagram or whatever social media he meets with them, so he meets with them at either at a Walmart or a Target, and it's basically just a game of how many Chris Hansen lines can he shoot before the guy runs away. Because all they really have the authority to do is a citizen's arrest, which doesn't mean shit. They can walk away from you. So they get these guys at a Target and they're basically just following them around a Target. They call the police, but like if the police doesn't get there on time, well, then the guy got away.
Oh, exactly. It's bullshit.
You gotta
he can't even show the pictures of them, like videos.
He can show. I think sometimes he's allowed to show the faces. There's sometimes where he doesn't and he has to blur them. Because some predators do kind of like come back and try to sue them or whatever,
Yeah.
so that does come into effect.
They still have to sign like I don't know. Technically, they still have to sign like a waiver, like a waiver
Yeah, well, exactly.
release.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that is true. They do have to sign a waiver. At least not everybody's versed in that.
Yeah.
So these videos get posted. On To Catch a Predator, the way they skirted that was because basically they were technically committing a crime and they were journalists. So technically, the law actually doesn't require them.
And Chris Hansen was actually a journalist.
He was actually a journalist. Yeah.
As fucked up as everything else was, he was a journalist.
No, he's a professional.
So even worse is that to top things off, when he's done with these predators, he says something. He says, "There's something you need to know. My name is Skeet Hansen, and you've just been skeeted." Here's an example of that. You'll hear the voice too, because I've heard him on a podcast too, and he sounds completely normal. He's a normal dude.
Okay.
It's just like he's really doing a voice.
Can we hear his normal voice? No.
If that's all you have to say, then what I have to let you know is that I'm Skeetin Time with the Predatorial Investigation Unit, and we're doing an online series about adults who try to meet teens online for and you've just been skeeted. If there's anything else you have to say, we'd love to hear it.
No, I don't have anything else to say.
You've just been skeeted.
Well, I guess you can talk to the police now.
So the police actually came.
Yeah, no, they often get the police to come.
Okay, so he's actually doing something.
Yeah, he's actually doing something. I will say though, once again, these cases don't always go anywhere because their work has to be fucking clean, crispy clean for it to work. Once they get to court, these things might just go out the window. And like people say, well, at least he's bringing awareness. Yes, sure. There's an interview where he's on, right? I was having this like conversation with Priscilla, but like there's an interview Skeeter Gene is on for a podcast, and it's just really funny to me because they ask him like, yo, but they were sucking his dick in that interview, first of all. But like then they finally shoot him one where it's like, well, do you know that like how often does this happen where like a minor actually meets with somebody in public and from like one of these apps or whatever? And he's like, well, I've never actually seen it myself.
What?
Like, I'm pretty sure it happens.
Aren't you like a masturbator, dude?
Like, so the only times that these people say, the only times you're gonna meet up with a kid is when it's not gonna really happen, and you get skeeted.
Yeah, but I have a theory, so I'm just gonna throw my theory out there. I'm not gonna say that this is it. This is
yeah.
I have a theory that what these guys are all catching is the 5%.
Yeah.
And the dumbest ones of the lot.
Yeah.
Which by proxy I would say are
the least
least harmful.
Yeah.
Still harmful, but the least harmful. We're gonna talk about one that is actually fucking harmful later, but not yet. But just this is my theory right now.
Yeah, but it does seem like a lot of these guys seem really stupid.
Yeah. It seems like really silly
they don't
dudes.
have a lot of initiative. Or like it's like the guy who was there with the 16-year-old, 13-year-old, whatever. Like he's just kind of sitting there and being real shy about it.
Yeah.
It just seems like people who have not mentally grown up, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're like still teenage stupid, but they're just
Yeah, there's an interesting thing in the Chris Hansen book. There's also interesting cases of like actual, pedophiles are interviewed for that book. One of those I found interesting because I'm like, once again, none of us support pedophilia.
None of us support
you
pedophilia.
can say that with a fact, and none of us support pedophilia.
And none of you support pedophilia.
None of us, right?
Hansen is coming for
but
you.
There's an importance in acknowledging that it's a disease.
Yeah.
It's not a choice that people have. It's a choice to act on it. But it's not something that, like these people are in control of, right? One of the ones I read was person saying, well, I was attracted to people my age, as a child and everything. And then just like as I got older, I never lost attraction for people my age. Think about it that way, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying, no, but I'm saying there's something wrong here. The problem is everybody is on this fucking gang of like, oh no, we gotta humiliate them, we gotta fucking like beat them up and everything, which is where this is gonna go eventually. It just scares most people away from even getting treatment and figuring out what the fuck is wrong with them.
That's true, I guess, yeah. You don't want to go to a therapist and be like, I like young children. Yeah. It's like a fucked up thing to say.
It is a fucked up thing to say.
Because I think we were talking about this dude where it's like, you're gonna go out for treatment, but like if you stumble on a therapist that has a child, your chances of getting treatment dwindle very low.
Could be, yeah. I mean, and like there was a case I read in the book too, where it was a person who had been abused as a child in a foster home, grew up on and off, kind of like lived as a teenager, lived very promiscuously, and oftentimes put himself in situations where he was assaulted again as a grown adult, like as a teenager.
Yeah.
And once he was in his early 20s and whatever, at one point he's in his early 20s at a homeless shelter. He sleeps with a guy. He thought the guy was 18. Turns out the guy was 14. When he figures this out, he realizes, holy fuck, I'm just like the people who hurt me.
Yeah.
He turns himself in. He turns himself in. He gets a light sentence. He gets basically sentenced to more treatment because of that. He does his treatment. He tries to live, he tries to live in this like town and just tries to work and stuff like that. Suddenly it gets out what he's been arrested for.
Yeah.
People post it all over town.
And he's fucked.
He's fucked. He loses his job. Everything like that happens. The usual ropes that happens to somebody like this.
Yeah.
He spirals into a fucked up depression and he gets severely addicted to internet porn. And eventually this rabbit holes into him watching child porn. And he's like, literally, it was like a blur.
Yeah.
Like I ended up on this shit. Right. And like literally it ends in a very depressing way where he's like, he's fucking overweight. He's fucking stays in his basement. He only goes out at night. He does all his grocery shopping at night and whatever. He, I think he's got like a disability and everything now. It's fucked up. This is what you need to take in consideration when looking at all of this too. There's a reason why this is like, it's not just because people aren't being punished properly, but it's also because nobody's being helped properly either. Yeah. The situation is not really being dealt with properly,
And it's this weird middle ground where it's like, fuck pedophiles, but also like the ones that need help and want help aren't being helped. It's true. It's a weird...
It's the worst place to be in because John and I were talking about this, but I was saying it was like, if you were like, even if you were a murderer, there'd be more like people would be, some people would be like, oh, fuck this guy, he's a murderer.
Yeah.
But it's like, what if the person's like, the murderer's like, I can't control my violent urges to hurt someone. But or what if it says, I have violent urges, I never act on them, I choose to control them. People will be like, all right, weird, but like respected.
Let's play Uno.
Yeah, respected that you don't do it.
Don't play Uno, they'll kill you, bro.
But you put that on somebody who is a pedophile and says like, I have these urges, and you're like, oh,
Hold on.
And you're fucked up for even just having these urges.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just the tangent. That's as serious as the boys is gonna get. Here's a gong.
Okay, guys.
Back at it.
Hey, we're back.
You want to hear more about Chris Hansen?
So just again in this, Skeetin Hansen is not bad. I think when Skeetin Hansen's by himself, he's cool. Just it's goofy looking because like there's a video where like he catches a guy at Walmart and a guy, as he's being read his chat logs, just fakes that he faints, and he just stays there and he's just trying to shoot off like as much jabs as he can, and it's just like it's not working.
It's over. It's done.
Goofy. But he does have some videos that I find a little more fucked up in relation to what we were just talking about. But like he's got one where they lure a guy to meet with a 14-year-old girl, I think it was, or whatever. And first of all, the woman who answers the phone is like 30. Who answers the door is like 30. She's big girl and just looks fucking old.
Yeah.
But then she tells him, oh, well, like you should get in the bathtub and, we're going to take a bath together, which is like, this is extensive. No need for this. He gets in the bathtub. And then shortly after, like moments later, the guy's naked in the bathtub. Skeeter Jean pops up dressed as a witch because it's a Halloween special. Okay. And two other guys are dressed like Mario and Luigi.
What the fuck?
And they're like, oh, we caught you, pedophile. And then they're like yelling at him and telling him to get out of the tub. And then they're like, he's like, can I get my clothes back? He's like, well, you'll get your clothes back after you answer some questions. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's low-key entrapment.
That's like you can't do that. Yeah. That's duress. There's another situation where a guy gets caught and he runs away. Well, he gets, he walks out of the apartment building.
Yeah.
Hansen has another guy with him who is apparently like Olympically trained at running, or like a fucking great marathon runner, who then just chases this.
Olympically trained.
I don't know what the fuck. He just
That's
kept
not
saying
the
shit.
saying.
He just kept saying shit like that throughout the video. It's a 30-minute video of this guy running away while the other guy has a GoPro and is just constantly on his tail.
Okay.
He's literally on his tail constantly. So the guy's like literally running, trying to get away, and he's constantly just like, come on, why are you trying to see this little girl?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to see this little girl? That's duress.
Yeah.
Again, like even if you get a confession out of him, it's not valid in court. It was done under this stress like that.
Exactly.
And that shit gets to a point where like the guy tries to get an Uber to get away from him. They run up to the Uber driver and they're like, no, you're giving a ride to a pedophile. You're giving a ride to a criminal. He just got caught trying to meet a 13-year-old girl.
And the Uber driver's like, what the fuck, guys?
The Uber driver's like, what the fuck? Tells the guy, not my bad. I'm not giving you a ride. He keeps running. Then he's like, I forgot my fucking phone in the Uber. It's a whole fucking ordeal. But the whole thing you're like watching, this is like 40 minutes of this type of shit.
Holy shit.
And I'm just like, man, this is like, I low-key feel bad for the fucking pedophile right now because it's fucking being run through the ringer. Like, it's crazy.
Holy shit.
But I'm like...
You've watched too much of this stuff, I think.
Oh my God, so much. 2 times speed, but still.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there was an interesting article when it was when they were talking about Chris Hansen where they said like, if a show about catching predators makes you feel sorry for the predators even one bit, there's something going wrong with it.
Yeah, it is. Like, clearly, like, they're not doing the right thing.
No. And Skeeter Gene has also famously had a run-in with EDP 445 as well.
Oh, run-in or
he lured out EDP 445 a second time.
This guy ain't that quick
for meeting him. He's not quick. So here's that. He did this alongside Gideon, who is another streamer.
That guy's hilarious.
Gideon's great. He did that thing where he visited the most racist town in America.
Yeah, and he fell asleep at the WNBA game.
That was just
rude, fucking mean, but it was hilarious.
So
he's like, yo, I could really go for a sleep right now.
So what you're about to see is Skeeter Gene and Gideon approaching EDP 445, and Gideon is dressed as a cupcake.
All right.
As a reference to, the cupcake incident. So it's a quick clip, but yeah.
I'm seldom at a loss for words. It's all good, Bryant.
I'm seldom at a loss for words.
We'll just wait for you in here.
Directly quoting Chris Hansen.
I saw him touching the side.
He's reaching. Hold on. Hold on. He's reaching. I saw him on the side. Back up.
Out of the window. Why didn't security stop him?
Because we were supposed to be first contact, bro.
He just went straight into the building, didn't come out.
Oh, security's supposed to be?
No, we're supposed to be first contact, man.
So why the fuck did you wait for security?
He was reaching, though.
I'm really seldom at a loss for words right now.
Oh my God, he said it again.
I thought security was supposed to do something.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I thought they were going to engage or say something.
No,
we're supposed to...
First contact.
Fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
They literally said they were going to talk to him. We talked about it.
They fucked up.
They fucked up hard time.
So yeah, so he went and the reason they fucked up even worse was because they concocted this whole investigation, but EDP was not there to meet a minor, at least not at that point in his day. He was going in for dialysis.
Oh, yo.
This is a dialysis clinic.
Fuck.
Which is like, it blows the entire investigation away. EDP's still at it, by the way.
No shit.
He's still at it. I mean, he literally anywhere he goes and somebody recognizes him, he gets trolled.
Yeah.
There's so many videos. There's videos of him getting trolled at the grocery store, no matter what. But yeah, if he continues to try to meet minors, then yeah, fucking stop his ass. But yeah, like what EDP really needs is the next guys we're going to talk about, who are DAP, otherwise known as Dads Against Predators.
Nice.
So Dads Against Predators was started by 2 dudes, one dude named Jay Kornikov and another one dude named Alex, I think it was. Let me just erase his fucking name. So Dads Against Predators was started by Jay Kornikov and Joshua Mundy. And these are the guys whose videos have been popping up on Instagram a lot. Because these guys basically, they do the same Skeeter Gene thing. They're 2 dudes who literally are dads. And basically, like, as one of them was describing in a fucking podcast interview, was like, we just used to play 2K all the time and smoke blunts. And then we were like, bro, we're bums. Like, we got to do something with our lives. And so one day, Jay just decided to get a Grindr account and try to lure pedophiles. And they were like, yo, I got like 3-4 hits.
Damn.
And so they decided to start trying to catch predators in our local town.
Yeah.
And I mean, they started doing it. And
how do you go from smoking blunts and playing 2K to downloading Grindr? Like that's like a wild left turn. Like, I've never seen that shit.
It's pretty wild.
We've never once talked about doing some shit like this.
You should get Grindr, guys.
Guys, get Grindr. Fucking
boys. We gotta catch some pedophiles.
Boys, this podcast thing's not working, man. I think we need to catch some fucking predators.
And so
if I ain't catching bitches, I'm gonna catch some pedophiles.
Yeah, amen.
And so they do this for a while, and it gets good. Like they like literally do it to a point where when they're on Grindr in their hometown and they claim to be like a 13-year-old boy, they're like, nah, you're dap.
Oh,
Not touching. Yeah. They got the Chris Hansen level of notoriety.
Okay.
And they went on to catch like 200 plus people.
Shit.
They did a fucking crazy job.
But properly?
No, because it escalates to being very non-proper. Because the thing is, they start out very nice and everything. But then their reason they're pretty viral, and even now people post their videos, their channels have been taken down. All of these Predator guys have had their channels taken down.
Yeah.
Skeeter Gene as well.
Okay.
YouTube had a crackdown on it because basically, unless you're doing it in conjunction with police, they're gonna ban the content now.
Yeah, we're just harassing people.
Which makes sense. I'm gonna show you guys a clip of what these guys do. But they essentially started beating these guys up when they were meeting them.
It could also be like.
So here's a video of one Predator, and
Hey, sir. You thought you were meeting a 13-year-old boy tonight? Don't grab my phone. Why'd you gonna meet a 13-year-old?
just ran a shopping cart into him.
This man was trying to meet a 13-year-old boy for sex.
Slapping the shit out of
This
him.
guy was trying to meet a 13-year-old boy for sex.
I don't know who you are.
What city we in? Albany?
Stop fucking hitting me.
The boy was trying
I
to meet a
wasn't meet nobody.
What? You said maybe.
That's not acting.
He's another guy.
You keep fucking pointing that finger at me, child predator, and you're gonna get your shit ringed. Now, maybe isn't a good answer to try
Can't
to
just
pick
start
up
assaulting people.
little boys, is it? Is maybe a good answer? We got a child predator trying to take off here.
It's straight up assault.
Child predator, go, he's trying to pick up little kids. Oh, I missed. This man's trying to pick up a little boy on the internet. He's a child predator in Cohoes, New York.
Damn.
Yo, he felt like a proper ragdoll.
He fucking skeeted across the floor.
Skeeted. You just been skeeted,
You
boy.
got that motherfucker got skeeted.
Holy shit.
Again, it's
like, yeah,
you
like,
can't do that, man.
Like I get the feeling, but it's like shit.
You gotta show some restraint
And
so that
these
people understand that
guys-
you're professional.
These guys are a part of another rank of predator catchers because these guys inspired a lot of people to do the same shit.
Yeah, no
so there's
shit.
a ton of videos of people like doing the predator catching thing and then beating the shit out of them. And it's bad. There's pictures on Reddit. I can't show them because YouTube will fucking ban us. I would show them to you guys, but didn't have time. But like, guys, fucking blood head to toe in a Walmart. By the way,
Shit.
this is all happening at Walmart. By the way,
That's the weird
this is
thing.
Walmart and Target.
Walmart or Target.
Why,
Dude, if like, first of all, if you think you're gonna meet a kid at a Walmart or Target,
you're stupid.
You're
First of all,
so
you're fucking stupid.
dumb.
You're
This is
really
the dumbest thing ever.
Don't deserve to get your beat shit out. Like, whoops, the shit beat out of you.
It's that Louis C.K. joke where it's like these guys keep getting caught. Like it's gotta be that good that like they're literally like they're willing to risk getting caught like this. Like literally, it's like is it that good? That like literally you'd be like, oh, Walmart, oh, that I've seen these videos before, but on the off, it just might be.
This could be the one.
On the off chance, yeah, I feel the same way. And then the girl ropes me into an MLM scheme. Can't do it.
God damn.
And you know, I will be on the side of these guys for one thing though. These guys actually got skin in the game. Joshua, one of the two, his stepdaughter was abused.
Yeah.
By
well,
someone.
I was about to say like these people clearly have kids.
Yeah, but also they have skin in the game where it's like it's kids who have been affected, and Jay himself was actually abused as a child.
Yeah.
By the way, it's called Dads Against Predators.
No, exactly. But
no, it's just
they're dads.
I know, but
he was listening. He was there.
Just saying.
He was there for it.
because I'm saying
They
like
gotta have kids.
I'm saying like I know like a lot of dads are that way when it comes to like predators. Where like I will kill a motherfucker.
Yeah, to protect my
like
child,
my
yeah.
neighbor, great guy, very nice guy. When he talks about these things, I'm like, I think he would actually like kill a dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like if someone were to touch his kid,
change them. Yeah,
yeah. Like
being a father changes you, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I'm an uncle, and my nephew cried because he hurt himself, and I couldn't Literally, that shit changed me.
Yeah,
I was like,
just
if
like-
I could beat whoever's responsible for this, I
Is
would
this
do it.
fucking
But it was a
table?
table. It was a fucking table.
You slapped the
fucking
table?
table?
Fucking
I'll break the
I'll
table.
fucking break the table. It
Fuck
wasn't
that
my
table.
house. It wasn't my house.
No, you can't.
Couldn't do that.
Even if
Couldn't
it was
do
your
that. I
house,
wanted
you
to be
would take
fucking
the
invited
chop
back
club
in.
for it,
Yeah, I
bro.
wanted to be invited back in. Fuck you. If you're that table, go fuck yourself.
Fuck
you hurt
your
my
table.
nephew.
Fuck that table.
It's probably a French table, anyways.
Bro,
Fuck
fucking
the
tables
French.
for fucking France. Merch.
Fuck the French.
But so
Fuck the French.
But so this even went to a point where
coming soon.
Jay actually, so Jay had been molested by his basketball coach when he was younger, and he actually had a video where finally he was like, "Fuck it," and confronted his basketball coach because he never that guy never got caught.
Okay.
He had gone on to be a pillar of community and people loved him and shit, and he has a really like he appeared on the Boogered Up podcast and talked about this and really opened up about it, and it was a good podcast. Fucking listen to that shit. But yeah, he confronted that guy. That guy killed himself.
Damn.
On the Vice documentary. These guys had a Vice documentary done about them, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. They literally Joshua is heard boasting about like, yeah, we had like 5 people commit suicide.
I think
on
I
us.
saw that shit years ago.
Yeah,
it's like
could
an old
be.
one.
It's an old one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2019 or something
I
like that.
might have
Yeah.
seen it.
They had like 5 suicides happen on them. And they're like, well, I mean, like, it is what it is. And a lot of people are like, yo, it's better off like that. And it's like, yeah, I guess, but it's fucked up. It could be better-ish. I don't know. It's a gray. But yeah, anyway.
It's a weird thing where it's like, it shouldn't happen, but I don't feel that bad.
No, I don't
know?
I don't feel angry or anything. I'm just like, shit, but
Like there should be a better way. I
there
guess.
should be a better way, but
It's the equivalent of like, shucks.
Yeah, kind of like.
They got banned, right?
Yeah, clearly.
They got banned, but they decided
Beating people up on YouTube.
It's like World Star,
Okay, no
they
shit.
were one of the guys who got banned 100%. They decided to go on. They were visiting actually one of their biggest patrons because their Patreon got shut down too, and one of their biggest patrons was in that town. So they were visiting. There was a guy named Chips, nicknamed Chips. All right, and so they're
Full
there.
name,
They're
Chips.
there like, yo, Chips. I'm gonna bridge this shit, but it's fucking hilarious. This is fucking wild. Okay, they're there with Chips, and they're like, Chips, the channel's gonna go down. Thank you for being a supporter for so long, and whatever. But then they're like, yo, fuck it, let's do one last one. Fuck it. We'll do one last one. So they decide to bring Chips along for a ride along to one last Predators thing. So they do the whole ordeal. They lure a guy named Dante. And Dante was apparently really fucked up where he was like, oh, I want to take you to the forest and do shit with you. He said something like that. He meets, he ends up getting to the Walmart where it's at. Oh, no, it's a Target. They get to the Target. It's Saturday. It's like a Sunday morning at Target. And they get to there, and Dante ends up meeting That's Against Predators, these guys. Dante immediately turns around, and he's like walking out, but they try to hold him back. In the middle of this, Dante pulls out a fucking gun.
No shit.
And shoots Jay in the leg. They get in a scuffle. They're like literally fighting like to get this gun out of like each other's hands and whatever. Meanwhile, Chips is just standing in the background like, let go of the gun. Let go of the gun. It's pretty funny, but they get like the gun slides away and they have no idea where it goes. So then everybody runs out. Everybody runs out. Dante runs out. They're all running across his target at Sunday morning where shots were just fired.
And the gun's just like laying somewhere.
Yeah. They get in the car, which is Jay's girlfriend's car that he borrowed to go out of town. And they don't go to a hospital
They don't even own their own car.
Yeah, they don't want to explain this shit. So they're like, we're going to drive back home, which is like a 3-4 hour drive. They try to get away, but then right around the corner, Dante starts fucking chasing them. It becomes a car chase. It literally becomes a car chase. And he's like literally like fucking driving around. It's like Fast and Furious type shit as they describe it. But they're driving like Joshua normally owns a Dodge Charger, but this time he's driving like a shitty Honda Civic or whatever. So they're like going like this. And
Honda Civics are pretty good though.
Dante's pulling up to the side of them, trying to like talk to them and everything, but they're fucking worried. Unbeknownst to them, not only did Chips have a gun on him before this thing even happened, he was armed. He came to this thing armed in case anything happened. But when the gun fell off of Dante, Chips picked up that gun too.
Oh.
Chips had both guns on him.
Oh my!
He didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything. Chips didn't say shit. Which is pretty goddamn funny. So they're thinking that this guy's like literally next to them with a gun on him, but he's not. He's trying to get them. He's trying to apologize to them for shooting them.
Wow.
Because he doesn't want this video to be posted.
Yeah.
He's like, I have a daughter, I have a family. Don't do this to me, whatever. He corners them into a parking lot, and it's a parking lot with only one entrance and one way out.
Yeah.
So they end up getting cornered there, and he comes out, and they're like, "Yo, just like they still think he has a gun." Like Chips hasn't told him. So they're doing this like, "Yo, guys," like, and like according to Jay, Dante literally throws out like $7, and he's like, "I have money.
I have $7.
$7.
You can hit the Dollar Tree with this. I swear.
You can buy
crazy.
2 fucking Kit Kats.
You can be 2 other kids with this. No,
Shit.
Yeah, but so that's like their last.
fuck Chip.
You know, they drive off. They do all their thing, and it's funny because their last thoughts is like, you know, we should just go back to playing 2K.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah, so that's their story. That's
Chip
against
got
Predator.
out of that with 2 guns.
I know. He made money.
He made money.
Chip made money.
I mean, he was investing in these fucking guys anyways.
Okay, so my last shitty Predator hunter to go through is actually somebody that you might fucking remember because, I mean, we're that age. But do you remember Vitaly?
Yes.
The prankster. He used to do the Russian mob pranks where he'd drop off like a briefcase.
No.
Okay, well, he used to do a lot of pranks like that. Where
Show
he
a
just,
picture of him. He's pretty.
He used to do like streaking pranks and like I mean, I mostly remember him for the Russian mob pranks where he would just like appear in a suit and just kind of like be a Russian dude and
No
like
idea.
drop off a briefcase next to someone and pretend it's a bomb and run away. He'd do pranks like that, but
He
then
streaked the FIFA. He streaked the NFL.
yeah, he did a lot of stupid shit like that. Then he made like OnlyFans content too. He did like Vitaly Uncensored, which is just like his own spin on like OnlyFans. During the pandemic, he does a bunch of drugs, mushrooms specifically, taking a shit ton above
Nice.
the necessary limit. What are you supposed to take normally to get high? Was just some
I mean, you can take like from
200
0.5 to a gram, 2 grams. I like a gram to 2 grams.
yeah. Well, he's in the 30 grams.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, he's taking a lot.
That's a hero dose.
That's
Yeah.
I think
that's like Mike Tyson level.
I think 10 grams is a hero dose.
Yeah.
So that's a lot.
So he does that. With one point, reportedly, he goes out and takes his jet ski out at night during a storm and just like rides it on shrooms.
Nice.
It's pretty fucking wild. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sounds badass.
He does have this one point though that he's high as fuck and he assaults a jogger that's outside his house
Okay.
for no fucking reason, pretty much.
Yeah.
So he's on rocky waters and his content gets banned from YouTube and everything, but it doesn't get banned from Kick, which is another like Twitch like streaming service, but except they boast that they have like a freedom of speech and they do not ban anybody for anything.
Kick and Rumble do that.
Kick and Rumble do that, but I think even Rumble has like its limits. I'm pretty sure.
No, Rumble has.
Because there's people who are not on Rumble. Like Rumble will not have them, but they're on Kick. Yeah. So
I've seen that like Rumble took Andrew Tate and shit like that because they said there's no censorship. And
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
like
no,
that.
but there's
and
people-
the community's dropping like N words and shit and crazy.
Yeah,
shit.
they're doing a lot of that shit. Russell Brand's there, everything. Lately, in the last 2 years, he's engaged in basically predator hunting shit himself.
Okay.
Where, again, he has bodyguards literally beat predators on stream because he's doing this on a live stream.
Yeah.
So they're either beating him or they go into like insane amounts of public humiliation.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you guys a real quick clip here. But this is one instance where they got a predator and they fucking made him strip down in public.
Oh my god. So he doesn't even do this stuff himself. He gets people to do it.
Yeah, he's got a lot of entourage doing it. Aiden Ross is there for this clip. And they start putting a dog leash on this guy and making him lick water like out of a dog bowl.
Yeah, you knew it was gonna happen. You deserve death. 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 You deserve. Man, you wanted to fuck him in the ass, bro.
No, I did not.
Man, you wanted to fuck him in the ass.
When the hell did I say that?
Man, I know you want to fuck him in the ass. He looks like a nice little 50-year-old boy. You
Oh
wanna
my
fuck
god.
him.
No,
Shut the
bro.
fuck up. What the fuck?
Yeah. It's excessive.
Nasty ass motherfucker. Disgusting. Nah, bro. Nah, there's no sorry in this shit. This motherfucker deserves death. You're a pedophile, bro. How do you live with yourself, bro?
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Oh shit, Will. Just say sorry, King Vitaly.
Why are they wearing suits?
Say sorry, King Vitaly. Sorry, King what? King
Why?
Vitaly.
He's making him say sorry, King Vitaly.
Yeah, but why would he say? Why would he apologize to Vitaly?
Now they got a dog bowl on him, and they're putting a leash, and this guy's hitting him with a leash, which is considered assault.
Like, this is not the way to do it.
None whatsoever.
Why are you beating with a leash?
Yo, cuff him.
Now,
You dumbass.
this guy runs away, and he literally runs to cops. He sees cops, and he runs to them for help.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's how bad this is. And you can slightly see it, but when the guy hits him with a leash, Vitaly's like kind of pushes him like, no, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like very small, noticeable moment. Because later, him and Aiden Ross are talking. That guy who hit him with the leash is from Aiden Ross's entourage.
Okay.
And he's talking with him, and he's like, first of all, they're on stream, they're live. So he's like, oh, we got to wait like 40 minutes because that's how long. The cops have to do their own investigation first, then they're going to come talk to us and everything. And Aiden Ross is like, really? What the hell? So like, do we stop the stream or whatever? And he's like, no. Like, I don't wait normally.
Yeah.
He admits. Which means that there's no possible way that any of the people he's catching are getting anything done because he's all the evidence he has, he's not giving to the police anyways. And he can't because he literally tells him too, I mean, what your guy did, like that's technically assault. They could get us for that. And that throws away the case entirely.
Yeah.
Almost all of the ones he does are like that. He has Lil Pump on for one of those. Lil Pump is there for one of those.
Lil Pump
and once
grabs
again,
one of those,
they
like metal barricades, you know, like the
hits
metal
him with it?
barricades
Yeah.
for like raves and shit.
Yeah.
Grabs that shit and throws it at the fucking guy's car while he's
shit.
running away.
Yeah, and another one, they spray paint the Predator with fucking spray paint. Lil Pump is rapping, you know, the song "I Love It" at him.
Yeah. Weird.
Weird, not fucking necessary, but literally does nothing, and it's literally for content. He has a moment too where they get a guy, they poach him straight from his apartment, like come out of your apartment, and then they get him and they catch him and they do the whole humiliation ritual. They shave his head and everything, and then at the end of it, he's like, "I'm a good guy. Like I feel bad for you, so I'm gonna let you go." And this isn't because he actually feels bad or anything. It's because it's too much of a hassle to wait for police to come and have to give a statement and everything.
So
he
not
wants to
actually
move on with his.
You're not solving a problem.
No,
you're
this
just
is legitimate
posting shit.
entertainment.
Yeah.
This is legitimate entertainment. And the worst part is that Vitaly's fans are the most. I don't know. But like
they're the fucking most.
they're fucking garbage. Like I'm sorry, but like anybody who criticizes these guys get like a hate train.
Yeah.
For these guys, and I'm like, these guys are fucking trash. Like I'm sorry,
They're trash because they're not actually solving the problem you think they're solving.
No.
Not only that, but he never really cared for any cause. Like since he started,
No.
it was always to make the most money. He's like, what's the next thing to make views? It was always like, even when he did his vlogs, it was very shameless. Like, I'm only doing this for money type shit. So it's like, I don't know why he's so defended. He just literally has zero good intentions.
I want after all of this, I want to direct attention to, because it almost seems hopeless. Like, is anybody out here doing it proper? And I will say there's one person who I did notice, and one person who is actually going after an actually like dangerous predators, you know? And very
here
recent,
comes back Chris Hansen.
No, Chris Hansen just does his fucking videos with True Blue and just does his thing. It's not. It's a subscribe service. There's nothing really else going on with Chris Hansen nowadays. He cameoed on The Boys.
Sad.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, there's a so this, and these videos are recent actually. They're like a couple of weeks old. I fucking highly recommend them, by the way. So it's a channel called Something About Chickens. This guy normally does Omegle pranks. So like Omegle or Omi TV or whatever. These are these sites where you can literally just like flip through webcams and just like see, like talk with anybody random. He does a lot of magic tricks and pranks on them. Like sometimes like, oh, there's two versions of him behind.
Yeah.
Or he'll like fake skip and then like pop up in someone else's video. He does a lot of those like cool pranks that,
Is it the bald guy?
Huh? No, he works with the bald guy though.
Oh, okay.
That bald guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He does scary shit though.
Yeah, he's
But this
scary
guy
as
does
fuck.
like a little more like blow your mind shit. But he recently came up with a series called To Catch a Kick Predator. And so his thing is all about catching predators who are basically live streaming on Kick. It's a whole denouncement against Kick because Kick is literally just allowing almost anything on there. And basically, he literally put my attention towards a trend where I'm like, this is the real, actual dangerous predator. That is actually not the 1% that is like dumb enough to get caught in this way.
Yeah.
Actually hard to catch and actually devious as fuck. it's these guys that basically they're like young pretty boys in their 20s who live stream on Kick, and their live streams are basically just them scrolling through Omegle or Omi TV, or Monkey is another app, and they basically wait till they get girls.
Okay.
And they use their pretty boy, you know, like these are the looks maxers.
Yeah, okay.
These are those types of dudes, you know? And they talk to a girl and they're like, hey girl, how you doing? And they try to rizz her up basically to a point where they're like, well, how about you flash for like a little minute? And they get them to flash. Oftentimes though, they ask, what's your age?
Yeah.
Some of these girls are 14, 15. And they like, oh, what? I didn't hear you. Oh, wait. And then to the point where they're like, nah, I'm 18. Like they'll lie about it.
Yeah.
And they flash. Some of them go as far as playing with themselves on camera.
Okay.
And all the while they're streaming this live and screenshotting it so that they could put it on their Discord, which they sell access to.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Which is essentially
It's child pornography.
It's a child pornography ring.
Yeah.
Which is really fucked up. And they get like in the hundreds. Like they get donations for doing this. They sell subscription services for doing this shit. So he started using his like knowledge of these apps to catch these guys.
Wait, knowledge?
Knowledge of the like Omegle app and stuff like that, like how it works and how to catch them. Because it is a random shuffle of people, you know. So how do you know where you land on them? So here's just an example. Here he's covering a guy called like, and by the way, there's not just guys, but there's women. There's like one girl on there who I don't think he's dropped the episode on her yet, but like she's there and she's like, oh hey girl, what's up? And like, yo, now that we're friends, you want to flash for like, you know, because like whatever. And it's like the girls do it, thinking, you know, whatever. Meanwhile, they're being screenshotted and everything they're posting is being shared. Like, it's really fucked up. Here he has a video. So here he's going after a guy named Tomer Lawton, who is literally his reels will pop up on TikTok and whatever, and it's like a very Riz content, like, ooh, I'm gonna Riz this chick up, and it says, which is bad Riz. First of all, he's a handsome dude. He claims to be a model for Zara.
He's not.
He might be. I don't know. He's handsome, but now his page is literally just like any post he posts is full of comments, and it's just gifts from Not Like Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar. But here's an instance where he catches the guy. In the way he catches him, because it's pretty fucking good and like honestly fucking entertaining. So highly recommend.
Give me your snap right now.
This is the guy.
Listen, that's your snap. I'm add you up. I'll talk to you. I'll send you the biggest dick pic you'll ever see in your life. We'll link up. We'll get a hotel. We'll have babies. We'll buy a house. Move to.
He's talking to a minor, by the way.
Get a yacht. Get a nice apartment on the beach. Our babies will be supermodels. You're gonna suck the cum out of my every morning before daddy goes to work. It's just gonna be a good life, all right?
After this whole interaction, I ended up finding her on Omi TV and telling her that she was on his live stream. So now that you've seen all this, let's catch Tomer. Because there's a few questions I gotta ask him. I tried connecting with him on Omi TV using the one thing I knew he wouldn't skip. Himself.
I know she a big bitch. Yo, that guy's sexy as
Man, how you doing?
Yo,
man, aren't you a content creator?
I am, yeah.
I've seen you before. How old are you? Aren't you like
21, bro? It's your
What you doing on
Instagram. I'm just live right now.
You live on Kick?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I know you. I have a question though.
Yeah.
All the girls that you see on here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like all the girls that you connect with.
Yeah.
Do they know about your streams?
A good amount do, yeah. But a good amount don't.
Do they know about your exclusive club?
What do you mean?
Do they know about the way you're profiting off of them?
Well, some do, some don't.
Okay.
Got a little
So
nervous
does
there.
this girl ring a bell?
Bro.
He skipped him there.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. It's one of the clips of one of the bitches. But she's not in there. She's not in there. Chat, she's not in there. She's not in there. We're good. Jesus Christ, bro. Bro's trying to fucking kill us. Yeah, yo, Blondie, what's your name? That was wild. He was cooking. Did they know that we're profiting off of them? Profiting off of them. Do you fucking... Doesn't even know. Do you even know that, like...
What?
He doesn't even know. Should I just say it? You know what I'm gonna say, yeah? Something about chicken doing side quests. I respect it.
So, I mean, like I said, pretty good shit. I mean, whether police are going to get involved or not is not yet determined because these are literally like a couple of weeks, like literally came out a couple of weeks ago. But what I do know is already he's got 2 episodes so far. One episode is a predator he's catching. Both those people have had their social medias fucking dragged. Like everybody's eyes are on them and like boom, 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 slamming them down. So it's fucking cool work.
Yeah.
This is some Hansen shit. This is some golden age Hansen shit.
And then this is like he's not fucking around.
No.
He's not doing stupid like cheesy lines and shit.
No, nothing.
No, he's really trying to like get the evidence.
This
like,
is a journalist.
Word, like,
This is fucking
from the
great.
horse's mouth.
I like this
It's
guy.
awesome. So yeah. But that's where we are, man. That completes it today.
This is like that one guy. What's his name again? The one that captures all the crypto scams. Coffeezilla.
Oh yeah.
He's like the predator Coffeezilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Shit like that is really cool. And there's a couple of others, right? He's one of the bigger ones right now who's getting attention for doing this, but there's other people as well who are doing this. Find those guys. Kick streaming is really fucked up, and especially like Omega and all that. Whereas like this is an app that I see that a lot of actual like minors are actually on. Rather than, meeting a pedophile off of like.
Can we just agree like the biggest victims in all this are the orcas? The number one
their name
apex
gets fucking
predators.
dragged.
They are the apex predators.
Oh my god!
Did you say orcas?
Yeah,
it's wild too because the worst part. I was very heavily debating doing an orca episode, and then all I got was predator news.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
And then the worst part, we did this last podcast on the left did the SeaWorld episode. I'm literally upset.
Fuck.
No, they're a great podcast, but fuck.
Dude, orcas are the shit.
They are. We'll do an orca episode like in a year.
In a year.
When it's not fresh.
When predators is no longer a bad word.
But yeah, man, that's up. That's what's
All right,
up.
well, fuck.
What's up?
Hey,
Thank you for being with us. Much love. Yo,
my name is John. You can find me.
What the fuck?
You can have a seat with me on Instagram at Director John Ramirez.
For $1,200, we will have dinner with you.
You can also find my movies. I make films, not with minors, or if they're minors, they're consenting and it's not anything sexually explicit. But you can find me on Deadtime Media. I make movies. Follow the show on Instagram at BBPod. Follow the show on TikTok at BBPod.
I'm Nick. You can follow me at nick.serafino. Orcas are dope, yo. Don't fuck with them.
Don't fuck with them.
Yep. Don't forget to give us a 5-star. Now that we got the video, maybe you guys can see how handsome we look.
Yeah.
All the beautiful personality we put on for you guys.
Amazing.
And we're at like almost our 17th episode now. So keep
shit.
scrolling through this catalog, bro. There's some really good bangers.
Be sure to tune in soon. We got Halloween shit coming. All of October is going to be nothing but juicy Halloween
October is going to be
content.
fucking sick.
Oh
Tune in.
yeah, baby.
I love ya.
Bye.